Well, hello. Howdy, howdy, as Fairchild likes to put it. Today we have an exciting guest, a mystery guest. Already got the invitation sent out. My apologies that we're running a few minutes behind here. Yet, whoa! What's up, Gordon? Mitchell Blake? Skip Green. Never skip Green. Dr. Phil is the guest. Man, I wish I could do a good Dr. Phil impression. That would have been a great time for it. All right, how are y'all doing? Tell me, how's the temperature out there? Is it the Hamburglar? Oh my God, you guys are so close. All right, we got the invite sent out. We have to get it out right now. What's up, Walter? Kamala Joker Harris, the guest. Yes. Yes. Did you hear? No, did he pass? Did DMX pass away? Oh, we got someone in backstage. Backstage. What's up, Blue Waters? Hey, mystery guest. Hang on for 1 sec. Hold up. Now, who's to say that Floyd is even dead? All right, sorry, let me stop. JK, Sport Brand, where you been at, bro? I was worried about you. Okay, so you guys know, before I bring this very special mystery guest in, who I can see hiding backstage right there, when Light jumped on the stream the other night, he came up with an excellent idea, or he stole it from someone else. Both are great. That's what we call up in here. Yeah. I'm gonna miss. I grew up to DMX, man. It's a shame. Well, I'm still not grown up. You know what I mean? I aged in my young adult years listening to him. So Light came up with an excellent idea. He said, "Let's get with our viewers and actually ask them, like, what have they done? Like, we could always take a look at what we do as entertainment, right? But this isn't entertainment. This is information for people to take action on and to get busy, to start taking action and making slight changes every single day to their habits. Because we all know the chains of habits are far too light to be felt until they are far too heavy to be broken. So as you go through BMX, so as you go through each and every single day, you can make small changes to your habits and start doing things for your water, for your food, for your shelter, for your security. And this person has done an excellent job. So we want to go ahead and bring in our special mystery guests. What's up, player?
Oh, what's going on, man? I was looking at the comments. Am I? Can you hear me?
I can hear you beautifully.
Oh, awesome. Can you see me okay?
I can see you. I can hear you. I just want to hug you right now.
Nice, man. Oh, we can do one over the phone, I guess. Here you go. That one's free.
You know damn well they're gonna lay Chavin out to dry. I have a different opinion on that. We can chat about that in a minute. So let's go ahead and jump into it, man. If you guys don't know, some may or may not know that this is the Matthew Telhart, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm saying that correctly.
What's up? Who's here? Let's see. Walter. What's up? Kimball. Michael Black. Portrait. Ferdinand. Murphy. Nice. We got a big crew in here.
Yeah, man. We got
Neil, I hate
just under
Google.
20 people in here. We just got started, so more will flow in.
Nice.
And more will flow in because I did something clickbaity. I'm not gonna lie. I put mystery guests at the beginning instead
Nice.
of the end. What's up, Chico? Oh, the Path
Oh,
Unknown.
Chico.
The Path
Oh, Path
Unknown
Unknown.
was
Cool.
the guy that I was on Bacon stream with last night. And if you guys are looking to, focus on building your, physical health, and I mean a lot more, right? But one of the things that he specializes in is that. So everyone, do me a favor, go over to the Path Unknown and sub to his channel. Let's help build him up. He just launched the channel. So,
Nice.
Morris, what's up? Yeah, brother. So, I kind of started the little intro saying that, as we go through doing all these streams and all these videos, getting this information out, a lot of people kind of see this as entertainment, right? They watch
Oh,
our
yeah.
streams, they engage, and then they go right back to their daily life, right? And some take action, some are seeking their independence with a higher level of urgency. And just looking at your Instagram alone, you've done that at a high level. So
Yeah, I've been busy. I got a lot of catch up to do.
yeah, man. Well,
it's little by little because it's such a daunting task, right? I mean,
yeah,
most of us don't already have property, don't already have land. Most of us are like living in cities or in the suburbs or, just removed from the suburbs, the population centers. That's where we all live for the most part.
hell yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, learning to do what you can with what you already have is going to be huge, right? Because all that stuff is going to be able to translate at a bigger level once you're able to actually get property or, just move out like a nomad if you want.
Yeah. So what are some of the things that you've done? Well, let's hit on to what you do, right? Because we've gained a lot of subs since the last time that that you were on our stream. Tell people kind of whether you consider it your hobby or your jobby, what.
Yeah, like pretty much like I make an income. I don't know, just basically like helping people, being a handyman, whatever like job I can do, I'll try to, extend a hand and help out. But like, yeah. So recently, or well, not really recently, the last couple of years, I've gotten into knife making and forging, kind of following that passion, that inner passion that I've always had, and kind of saying, well, fuck the system. I don't, I'm not gonna fit in their little cog, so why bother, right? Why bother trying to mash yourself into something that you don't want to be?
Yeah. And what pushed you in that direction? Just kind of wanting to break away from the machine, or what's up, Armitage?
Oh, what's going on, Armitage? How are you?
What kind of pushed you in that
Yeah,
direction?
so
And
yeah,
why?
I pretty much
Why knife making specifically? Sorry.
oh no. There's like a delay, so it's hard to my Wi-Fi is not that good. So why knife making? I don't know. I've always just been interested in it. Always been interested in like edged weapons, ancient history. Yeah. So I just decided to pick it up and learn what I could through experience. And then once I got to a point where I was like, my experience isn't getting me to the level I need to go. So then I sought out a little bit of master smith tutelage, and that really helped a lot. Yeah, and I kind of just got into it from metalworking and working with stones, making jewelry as sort of a therapeutic outlet for
Nice.
myself.
Yeah, which by the way, you did an excellent job on the necklace, on the earring kits. Like he sent with the little knife kit. He sent a bunch of stuff. It's cool, and not
Well,
only.
yeah, we can go into that a little later. I got some stuff laid out for
Oh
that stuff. I actually like made notes this time, so it's not just 3 hours of me like rambling.
yeah. That's sometimes those are the best too, man. We could hit whatever topic you want, dude. It's all you.
Well, yeah, I figure we try to stay focused tonight, kind of like identifying like uh, steps to self-sufficiency and kind of get people on more of an independence kick for like making black market businesses, getting yourself off of the system grind and more like on your time, but
Yeah.
still being able to provide for yourself somewhat at least. So at least you're spending less time in the machine and more time taking care of yourself, taking care of your family, focusing on what's important, connecting with God and like the universe and everything.
So I've seen you take some pretty small but big steps.
Yeah.
And there's a quote actually, and it says, "You can't cross a chasm in two small steps." And that's kind of an interesting thing because, like, it can. What's the best way to say it? Well, so think of it like this: when we all got into the gun world, we kind of thought that it was just like, I'm going to buy the gun. And then you buy the gun, and then you're like, well, I'm going to carry the gun. So then I need a holster. Then you get the holster, and you're like, man, this is uncomfortable. I need a gun belt. Then you get the gun belt, and then you're like, well, I should carry a spare mag too. Then you get the spare mag, then you get the mag carrier, and all of a sudden you start going down this like dark hole where we got like crates of holsters that half of them don't work, fit, or feel good. We got all these guns that ended up not being the EDC, all that stuff, and like I kind of feel like
Desert Eagle.
jumping into stuff is like it's a big jump, but you can do it with like small, just little, um, um, I don't know.
Minor adjustments.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like this huge, you don't have to rip the band-aid off. I mean, you can, and that's awesome. But some people have hairy arms. You want to like inch it off a little bit.
Bro, I'm like, so what are some small, like, incremental steps that you've taken?
Let's see. So first you kind of have to like identify what for you is like super important, right? Like obviously collecting water is like first on my list. Growing food, having and learning like a tradable skill, like making jewelry or make like 3D printing or making knives or blacksmithing or carpentry, any sort of like trade work or like life skill. I think like while you still have full access to the internet, you can be taking advantage of that to educate yourself, at
Yeah.
least in like anything you're reasonably interested in or like capable of, right? Like you don't know what you're capable of until you at least try. And then for me, medical supplies and like putting a little bit of money into medical training, that's super important. And then comes defense, because I already have a bunch of stuff for that already, so it's lower on my priority list, right?
Yeah. But really
And then
quickly, that you said something that was great. The medical piece. What kind of things have you done there?
well, I was in the Scouts, so I always used to have a big interest in all the Red Cross and like life-saving competitions they would have and stuff. So I have a pretty long background of taking like Red Cross and like community assistance sort of trainings and stuff like that. It's not like the best for you know like gunshot traumas or like, oh man, this guy's leg bone went through his freaking thigh, but it's a great place to start.
Sorry.
And they offer a lot of classes around like the year.
Nice. Have you ever taken Stop the Bleed class? Or
No, not yet. Haven't been able to, but it's definitely knowing how to use a tourniquet, pack a wound, what to do after that as well.
So interesting thing. My desire for medical increased a great deal over the last year and some change. And during the karate cold, it's like nothing was available for
Right.
well, less was available. A lot of local fire departments will do stop the bleed classes for free or very little.
Yeah, and the EMS too.
Yep, EMS. But there's one
Community
on.
colleges do that too as well, which
What
is
was
nice.
that?
Sorry to interrupt you. Community colleges will also they have classes for EMS training, and they also have like just the rigmarole courses too. A lot of the times.
Nice. I'll share a link with you guys too. There is an excellent course that I'm trying to remember the guy's name. I'll track down his the video and I'll share it with all you guys. It is a 17-minute. He's an EMT, and it's a 17-minute stop the bleed class video. So if you can't make it in to actually taking the course, it'll at least give you kind of a basic understanding of those kinds of things. So I'll share that with you guys.
And they have lots of at least the place that I get like all my stuff to. I'm pretty brand loyal for them on North American Rescue, just because of their like high quality control and like real world credibility.
Yeah.
And you can get pretty much everything you need direct, like right from them. You don't have to like piecemeal and shop around, which is nice.
Nice. I just sent you the. You can ignore that.
Oh, nice! I just got it.
Yeah, I just sent it. It is. Let me just so I can share it with everyone. Let me see where to go. Okay, so this is.
Hey guys, my name's
Prep Medic. So PREP Medic. A lot of you guys have probably heard about him because he's got almost 250,000 subs. But yeah, it's if you search "Stop the Bleed" full course, it's Prep Medic. So check it out. Oh, and the Path Unknown says the sheriff's office gives us "Stop the Bleed" every year at work. Nice. Oh, that's right, because he works within the school systems.
Oh, nice.
He had an interesting question though that I'd like to bring up. So the Path Unknown says, in terms of, by the way, if you guys didn't hear earlier, the Path Unknown has a new channel. It's focused on health and wellness, and him. Check him out. In terms of freedom, wouldn't the trade-off between time spent in the machine outweigh the time it takes to be self-sustaining in the long run, assuming you don't mentally get fried? What are your thoughts on that?
I'll leave it up. It's harder to read it in the in the comment. No, it's cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's getting like kind of choppy. My internet's being weird.
Used to be self-sustaining. So one thing that comes to my mind, and I want to hear your thoughts on it too, is so one, and you kind of have to like think of like meeting everyone where they are, right? So like this is going to be different for everyone, but my perspective of it is, if you stay in the machine and you work and you grind and you hustle like most of us have for the majority of our lives, everything that you hold dear does not belong to you. It is held in the hands of someone else. So all your time, energy, and everything that you give your 10, 12 hours a day to work doesn't belong to you. You're renting it. You're renting that paycheck. You're renting that paycheck of pretend money that may buy you something now, but once it's gone, and that money is is not real. It's counterfeit. All money is counterfeit. So that's one.
Yeah,
Two,
that's a good point.
thank you. Two is similar to renting something. Once you pay, you stay, you pay, you stay, you don't pay, you can't stay, right? So once all these things in this kind of consumerism pretend life that we're in is gone, if you're not able to provide to yourself water, food, shelter, and security, those things are everlasting, right? If you have sources of water, if you have sources of food, if you have a source or the ability to create shelter, permanent shelter, and security at a high level, those will outlive us. Like those will outlive me. Those will outlive likely my child and children. So I think those things are forever while the others are temporary.
And especially if you teach that too to your children.
Yes.
That's how it grows, and that's how it continues on.
Hell yeah.
And I'd like to just add on to what you're saying. Like the time away from the machine and being sustaining and like self-sufficient, that becomes your job.
Yeah.
Right? Like the pioneers, like that their job was their life. That's
all they did.
They called their job life.
Yeah.
And the mentally fried part, you might be very surprised at how like wonderful having set time to do your mundane tasks and have your set time to be like outside, and the freedom within like the everyday mundane that you can make is like the complete opposite of mentally like fatigue. It's liberating, and it's healing as well. You have time to breathe, you have time to accomplish goals, you have something to show for your time, instead of just a number on a card that somebody owns. And like you're saying, like you drive in the car that you may or may not own because it could be a company car. You park that car on their property, you go up into more of their property to work on their property. Nothing. What do you really get out of being in the box other than the slavery of convenience, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just going back through. I'm trying to catch up on the comments.
Oh, no, it's cool. Oh, and Kimball brought up, just make sure you bring up the trial thing when we have like a little bit of downtime. I have no problem with that at all, because I'll probably be like moving around and getting stuff put together and stuff. So
yeah, I'm open to hit any topic. Hold on, I missed something.
You got some launch codes up in here? You guys know anything about any launch codes?
I know, right? CRS is up in here too. What up, CRS?
Oh, what's up, Honcho? I mean, you gotta do more of those full spreads. That's why your GoFundMe isn't doing as well. It's what the people want.
Okay, now we caught up on all that. All right, awesome. So excellent. Oh, and cool. All right, cool. So what's next? Where we leave off? Sorry, we were talking about medical, stop the bleed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we went back to medical. Yeah, that's super important, right? I mean, because if you're out on your own, either homesteading or just living, as they used to call it, or the system breaks, right, and everything stops either on purpose or by some crazy happenstance, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to call an ambulance. You're not going to be able to drive to the hospital. Maybe the hospital will be open, but it will probably be like the old like original hospital. Like you go in there and then you're ransomed back. If you want your freedom, you got to pay.
Yeah.
That's how hospitals used to work.
overstaffed or understaffed and overrun, you know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's more like a veterinarian's office than a hospital at that point anyway. So,
yeah.
so you might want to have at least a little bit of like, this is how you wash a wound. This is how you treat a wound. Maybe don't put a tourniquet on a dude that gets shot with like a rubber bullet or gets a scrape or, you know,
Well, and that's where to pack
like
a
we saw
wound.
with the riot.
Yeah, where to pack a wound versus where to apply a tourniquet. Where to, like, you know, I've seen. Well, I'm sure all of us have seen some footage over the last year of people applying tourniquets in some of the peaceful but fiery protests. On There's this one video where the guy got hit with like a 45 cal rubber ball on his leg, and it's just like a minor abrasion. And
Yeah.
like 6 people hover around him and apply a tourniquet like on the wound. Oh man, they're
Like,
like,
I wish I could have just like walked by and like smacked those people and been like, you are putting this man in more jeopardy
I
by cutting
know,
off his circulation when you don't need to. Please
I know.
stop.
Not to mention, like, you're wasting a tourniquet, and not only are you putting this man's, limb in jeopardy, but you're, God, someone like down the block in Chaz may need that.
Yeah, for real. Like someone might need that right now.
Yeah,
And because that, those people just heard that they should carry one instead of actually going and figuring out why you carry one,
yeah,
why you use it, when you use it, it's just like a firearm. What's the point of having a firearm if you don't even know like where the bullets go or where the bullets come out?
yeah.
Nice. Planned Parenthood.
That's awesome. Thank you for sharing. I would love to get signed up on their class roster.
Oh, wasn't even a real TQ that used an old ass belt. Oh man, really? That's even better.
Oh, really? I thought it was an actual.
That's even better. Jeez.
Wow. Oh, hold on. Where was he?
They don't do that either.
Apache Wolf said something. Hold on. Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
He
they
got
can
shot in
cause
the leg
permanent
once. He didn't even
injury.
use one.
Sorry about that.
No, go ahead.
Oh, damn, Bacon. Thank you, brother.
Oh, what's up, Bacon?
Saltra calling Miata. Both were CA commie plates. Does that count as 1 or 2? I'm just asking for a friend here.
That's a 2-for-1. 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, 2 for. Thank you, brother Bacon. Appreciate you. Okay, sorry, I keep cutting you off.
It's all good, man. It's all part of it. That's why I wrote it down this time.
You've been here before. You know the drill.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, then we had after medical was defense for me. And like I said, like you're going to have to go through, everyone's going to have to go through and like prioritize this for themselves. I mean, if you don't have anything at all, then maybe your priorities are different or in a different order. I mean, they should all be kind of similar. So like owning property, or at least like owning the shelter, like a caravan or a van or a truck, or like actually like owning something that you can either call your home right now or build and elaborate on, and then it's your home. Like whether it's just like a blank plot of land or an RV or a big van. I
Yeah.
mean, having something that's yours, and that the company can't just say, "You're fired. Give me the keys back."
Yeah. True that.
And then it's and like even with even like the convenience of a lease. I mean, it's just convenient. The slavery is now sold to you as convenient. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not sold to us as a certain people are less than. It's now we're all less than, and now.
And that's everything that is convenient is seemingly stripping rights and abilities and capabilities away from you.
Little by little, yeah. Little by little. Every time every time you agree to it, then they don't have to take it away because you've given it away. Willingly.
Yeah. Same thing with, leasing, same thing with, Amazon, same thing with all of that shit.
Yeah, and I mean, if you have to do it, you have to do it, but like have a plan in place,
Yeah,
right? Because not everybody has, not everybody has the opportunities or the funds to like just say, oh, I want this, I buy this, right? But at least have a plan for ownership of something.
and you'd be surprised. Look up at wherever you live in your area, Vax passports. Wherever you live in your area, you would be surprised the amount of grants that are available for purchasing raw land. And obviously, like even purchasing land is so heavily controlled and regulated. You got to go through the process of getting permits and getting soil tests, and once you get approved and then you build a structure, then you got to have another inspection and another permit just to make sure that it's livable, and so on.
That your permit was in order.
Yeah, man.
A permit for your permit.
Yeah,
and then,
crazy. So
it's nuts. Yeah, I mean, and not every place is like that, right? I mean, there are plenty of places in America and all over the world where they're just like, we don't care what you do, but you have to look into it. It goes, make a plan, like make a plan as much as you can, and then adapt from there. If it doesn't work out, then you can adapt, but at least have something in place for, like, I don't know.
This is valuable info. Grow cayenne peppers, crush powder. Then it works as a do-it-yourself quick clot, antifungal, and antibacterial for a wound, as well as being delicious on food. Now, for some reason, it just would seem that cayenne pepper packed into a wound would not be something that would be enjoyable. I mean,
well, your nerves are like up by your skin, right?
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And
it's better.
It's just like a tourniquet, right? You want to scream from the tourniquet, not the wound.
Yeah. That is
so once
true.
you feel that cayenne, you're like, oh, cayenne pepper, I'm good.
Yeah.
What wound?
Yeah. Okay, so I have to share this. So really quickly, sure, it would suck, but being cut or shot. So yeah, for sure. Apache Wolf said, I poured whiskey.
It does hurt.
Yeah.
Cauterizing hurts too. A lot.
So good for an open wound. Actually,
salt's great. I used to do that all the time.
Salt cleans as well.
Salt and sugar. Sugar water. They used to use that in like old timey wars. Like that was like their antiseptic or something.
And for those of you that have seen what's that Denzel movie? The
Training Day.
No, the other one where where he's like taking out the Russian mob bosses that are
Training Day 2.
Yeah, I can't remember what it is. No, but Man on Fire is a remarkable movie.
Oh yeah, that one's good.
The Equalizer.
That's a true story. Based on a true story.
Sorry, my bad. There's a little delay. I don't mean to cut you off.
I'm sorry, dude. Yeah, I'm cutting you off too. My bad.
You're good. You're good. What were you saying?
Yeah, Man on Fire is a really good movie. Yeah.
Oh yeah, awesome movie. So in The Equalizer, he I think he called it a ricochet, like a partial, like he had a flesh wound. So he boiled honey and he poured boiling hot honey. He took it off the heat, but he poured very hot honey on an open wound. And I did some looking into it, and I was like, is he boiling honey? So honey actually cauterizes the wound at that temperature, but also it's an antifungal and antibacterial, and I think maybe even an antibiotic. But
these are awesome.
Yeah, man, it was nuts. So yeah, sorry, little fun fact there too. Your honey can work as and guys, wherever you go, if you don't have land and you're not, liquid bandage. Oh yeah, that shit is algae. No, that was Safe House with Ryan Reynolds, but that was an excellent movie as well.
Oh yeah, that's one we were fucking going back and forth about that one time.
That's right. We couldn't think of the name.
Yeah, it was
But
Steakhouse. Yeah.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Damn. And of course, it just rolls off my tongue. The guy had a grenade in his butt. But I mean, that's right. He did.
That's true. Yeah.
He put
That's,
HE in his ouchie.
yeah. Yeah. That's dedication. You know, they took that little girl.
Yeah. Hey, you know, there's
fucked up, man.
Yeah,
that's what they get.
That was like before Liam Neeson. Like he was the original. I gotta.
Yeah, and that was like that's based on like stuff that actually happened too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know about the C4 in the butt, but hey.
Yeah, could have been RDS.
If you see it, they're facts.
Yeah. All right. So sorry to take you away from the list. So
now we gotta break it up, keep it entertaining, right? Because then they'll just leave.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, so
so last on like my priority list, which is I think it's a good one. It's totally optional though, but like a 3D printer and like a lot of material.
Yeah,
it's like, man, you can make anything with those. It's nuts. And I have like no idea how they work, so
dude,
that's something like I gotta get into.
And it's this is probably gonna cause some laughter, but that's one thing I've not invested in. Clearly, it's one thing I've not invested in yet, but I plan to in the future, just to be able to do everything myself.
Yeah, you can literally make like anything you want if you can draw it like on a piece of paper. You could probably make it with a 3D printer.
Dude, I've seen some people that are 0207s make Glock auto sears. Make you dude.
You can make a whole gun, like
bro, literally right here. Glock 17 magazine, right? 3D printed. Yeah, full gun. I mean, they have so many like firearms that are 90% all the way to 100% 3D printed.
Yeah.
So regarding 3D printers, is there a particular brand to seek or what? For me, everything that I have heard is to go after the Creality Indoor 3, and that's Creality, like creative reality, kind of blended together, and then ENDOR, so Echo November Delta Oscar Romeo 3. I may have spelled that wrong. But Ender, so ENDER. Thank you, Fairchild. Last on printing,
nice.
compounding.
Fairchild. What's up? Yeah. Makes awesome stuff. Sorry.
I know. Sorry. I apologize too. It's the delay.
For sure.
Just really quickly, if you guys you may or may not remember that way back in the day when 3D printing came out, like literally they were thousands of dollars. Okay. And right now I got a link that has a Creality Ender 3 for like $157 or $160. And I can share that with you guys. The price fluctuates, so it may not be right at that amount. So don't bust my balls if it's different. But right now, the machines that companies like SIG and others are using, the very basic single stage ones like the Creality Ender 3, that print compound material with steel and what's the super metal? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Inconel, steel and Inconel are $5,000. That's it. So I have a feeling that in a few years, 2, 3 years, 5 years, if we make it that far, we'll be able to get our hands on some of these for a few $100. So sorry.
No, man, it's all good. I think it's a good topic to like break off on for sure. I mean, especially because we have people in here that are good at it and know what they're doing. So
hell yeah,
totally. Because like personally, I'm completely lost. on like anywhere to start or like what's good, what's bad. But it was a great question, so I don't mind at all.
Hell yeah. Cool. What else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much like my priority, like my priority stack, I guess. And like for growing food, like if you have like obviously no place to start, you can always just like stock some canned food, right? Like so that you have food that you don't have to go barter with, or like, you don't have to have a freaking passport to go to the store to wait in the bread line to be told, oh, I'm sorry, you're not one of the chosen people. Go
Yeah.
home. Like harsh, right?
Yeah. And for those that are like, well, I'm just going to hunt. If we're in a WROL situation, what do you think happened in, we were talking about the one guy that was able to interview the guy that lived through a few years in Bosnia. And he said the first thing that happened is deer went almost completely extinct. Like they were just gone. And when you
Yeah,
did,
you're not the only one who thought about hunting.
yep, yep, everyone is going to jump in. I mean, out of
Yeah.
necessity, you know?
Exactly. Yeah. They're not going to be good at it. I mean, you're going to see a lot of, if that were to happen, and if it does happen, when it does happen, you're going to see a lot of just like the old buffalo hunts. Like they're not going to know how to process, to slaughter, to kill with reverence. They're just going to see something moving and shoot it and take what they can carry and leave the rest.
Yeah,
So, I mean, like, yeah, so on hunting, focusing on like small game, squirrels, rabbits, like
yeah,
woodchucks, ground birds, if you live in an area where you get like ground birds like quail and ptarmigan and stuff, you can catch that shit too. Like, you can catch enough of them to where you're statistically bound to get a female and a male.
yeah. True that. And
And
actually,
then,
Kimball just said that. He had said rabbits breed insanely fast compared to other
rabbits are
animals.
the best.
Yeah.
I throw like yeah, if you have like a compost, or if you don't have a compost rather, and you just like throw out your table scraps that are vegetables, throw that shit in the green space in your yard and start attracting rabbits. Like,
I actually had a rabbit on my property today. Cobain Dorito said, "Get yourself a suppressed 22 to make sure you can take
or an air gun.
quietly, or an air gun." Yep, anything that's
Then you don't have
moving
to
it,
buy
like,
bullets.
yep, yep. Anything that's moving at about 1,000 feet per second that is quiet, you're going to be able to take small game, no problem. Maybe other stuff.
Yeah, hey, if you shot placement, man.
Yeah.
And even like one of those small hand crossbows, a slingshot, you can do wonders with a slingshot.
Yeah, make a bow.
And a rock, and like a regular sling.
Yeah,
Like primitive humans hunted with rocks. Yeah,
Yeah,
and if you're like Australia and you already know how to use a boomerang, and that's a hunting weapon, right? That's a hunting weapon for small and medium game. So, and it's also a weapon of war too. But that's most Aboriginal weapons like doubled like that, which is cool.
hell yeah. I'm just highlighting a few comments that are good. Rabbits have no fat but are good protein.
Yeah, you gotta be careful when you cook them.
Yeah. Pellet gun is, hold on. These are moving fast. Let me go back here.
Oh yeah, it's blowing up again.
Yeah. Pellet gun is better for squirrels. Rabbits prep themselves. They fall out of their skin. Squirrels, not so much. True that. Crossbows are cheap on Craigslist. Umarex Gauntlet 20.
If any of you guys are on IG, check out Apache Wolf. He's got like he gets squirrel, man, and he makes some good looking fried squirrel.
Oh man, I haven't seen. I've checked out his IG, but I haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Oh yeah, Jay-Z mentioned a 22 short suppressed. If you get most single shots with a threaded barrel, you can shoot 22 long rifle and 22 short. And that thing is, if you guys go to my other channel, Dark Mavis, which is a good idea to sub to that channel as a backup, or like B backup B channel. The literal, I think it's like the first video I have posted is a suppressed 22. It's the Chiapa little badger. It's a single shot, break open 22 that's based on one of the old Air Force survival guns. And that thing is like, you cannot hear it at all with a regular 1050 FPS standard velocity CCI. Like, you cannot hear it. You hear it go click, and then you hear it hit. Go listen to the video when you get a chance, and sub to the Dark Mavis channel as well. Sorry.
Yeah, so we got some more comments. Farm snails, yeah, insects, man. Like snails or grasshoppers or even ants. Ants are a good source of protein too.
I have to kill them. I couldn't eat them alive.
Well, you just fry them, yeah. You just fry them up in some butter.
True that.
Yeah. Armitage says about bullets running out, arrows. Yeah, having already either like a stash of non-firearm projectiles or like cold weapons of any sort, or knowing how to make them, that's a good skill to work off now. And let's see. Oh yeah, learn wild and native edibles for sure.
Hell yeah.
I just got a couple of pretty United States inclusive Audubon books for wild edibles, game, and I think insects too. That's pretty sweet. I'm gonna post some stuff on that. Just,
yeah,
great pictures.
There's like apparently a deck of cards that you can get that like covers certain geographic areas that will literally tell you like foraging, like exactly what to eat and what not to eat. And one of the guy that was on here talking about that survived Katrina, he had said that's like one of his most valuable prep items that he's ever gotten. Long pork.
Totally.
People would break down psychologically before they starve in our day and age with everything going on.
Or die of dehydration because they bought all that freaking dehydrated food and didn't store any water.
Yeah. Yep.
And then let's see, what was the other one? I think yeah, Apache Wolf ants taste funny. They do taste funny. Add some like cayenne pepper and some turmeric and like fry them up in some butter, and they taste like a lot less like pennies.
I wonder if,
because I know, yeah, they taste like a weird metallic taste.
Yeah, I've never eaten ants that I know of.
I was a weird kid, so I ate a lot of bugs and like wild things that smelled good.
I wasn't gonna say that, Armitage. Isn't long pork what the Caribbean people used to call human? Stray cats, the white meat of the apocalypse. Oh god, you guys.
Long pork.
Yeah.
Long pork. Yeah, that's what they called. Yep, 100%. They called the British colonists that. Yeah, called them long pork.
Bacon.
Apparently, it's the same. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I haven't. And the ATF agent is here. Says bacon. That means
nice. You get a thumbs down.
Yeah, that means we got one thumbs down.
It means you're doing something right.
I know. We usually have 1 to 3 thumbs downs, so I'm cool with that. So you also started growing mushrooms, right?
Yeah, failed, but yeah, at least attempted and learned what doesn't work. So yeah, I saw your the mushroom, what was his name? Panattack. Yeah, the Panattack stream.
Yep.
I saw that and was like, "What sounds easy? Might as well just try it."
Yeah.
So
is that like applesauce and cardboard?
That's what it looks like. Yeah, when you're done with it, I did taste it. It tastes actually kind of good, like mushroom porridge. But yeah. So yeah, I did oyster mushrooms, and then I did maitake mushrooms. So I tried the oyster mushrooms, like the exact the honey, the water, you make the slurry, then spread it on the cardboard and keep it in like a, damp, warm place. Let it, wait until you see those pinhead formations and, check on it. Make sure it doesn't have that funky mold smell, right?
Oh, yeah, we got Light in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Light? How are you doing tonight?
What's up, brother? Kickapoogian boy, hold on. Kickapoogian boy, are you saying that you may or may not have been unbeatable anti-fash? Sorry. I had to address. Clean, sterile environment is key. Also good spores.
Yeah, so just to jump back to that, yes,
Yeah.
100%. So now I'm focusing on, since I had to take out and replace a dishwasher, since that's made to be watertight, I'm just going to add a couple more seals in the right place and make that a purpose-built mushroom incubation chamber.
Nice.
So, yeah. So, failing is good because then you learn what not to waste your time on anymore.
Absolutely. I'm going to get Light in here for a few minutes too.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Please feel free to keep talking.
Wow, really, Joe Morris? Hen of the Woods and morels, they're super plentiful. That's awesome. I'm just gonna read the chat so I can catch up in case anybody was asking a question.
Yeah, man. Good, dude.
Kind of scatterbrained.
Trying to grab the link to get Light.
Kudzu roots, yeah, those are everywhere down south from what I've heard from people. I mean, it's just
There we go.
like the blackberries in the Northwest. You cut one down and it's just I thought I cut this down. Why is this in my entire yard now?
What are you talking about?
Kudzu root as a source for starch. A Gateway Kalash mentioned it earlier.
Oh, nice.
Before JV and the Clean Spores. I thought I cut this down. Why is this in my?
What up, Light?
What up, brother?
Oh, you're gonna have
try
to mute
mushroom.
the channel in the background.
Nice.
Yeah, I just hit mute.
Cool, thank you. Some
Wow,
Far Cry
Kikugi.
mushrooms for trading purposes.
Nice. Make sure you get out there and grab some.
Oh yeah.
Turkey tails, those are good too. Yeah, mushrooms are great. You can cook them any sort of way. Oh, what's up, hey Light?
What's up, man? I hopped on. I finally got back outside and I put on YouTube and I saw that you guys were streaming. I knew you guys were streaming tonight. And I heard something about cooking ants with metallic taste and deep fry them. Dude, all I have to say is you can go get feeder crickets, mealworms and stuff like that from the pet store and just keep on, keep them growing.
That's a much better
I don't know.
idea.
Oh yeah, and feed them what you want to feed them because they'll have a good taste and a little bit of teriyaki, some cayenne pepper is always good. But
Nice.
giving everybody heads up, anybody who thinks that they're going to raise rabbits to be able to survive the apocalypse, there's something called rabbit starvation or rabbit malnutrition because they are so lean. Yes, they are so lean. They don't have any fat. You'll end up dying with a full belly of rabbit in your stomach, and people are like, I don't know why he died. It was a rabbit. They don't have any fat proteins with them. And you need fat.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, anytime I've ever had rabbit, it's always been stewed or very, very carefully roasted. And it's dark meat, but there's no fat. There's no grease to that meat at all.
Go get yourself some old Go get yourself some old government 5-gallon buckets of lard. So when you cook your rabbit, you got some fat with it. Because lard is horrible for you as a human being. But if you're starving and that's the only fat source that you have, it is what it is. I'll take it over anything else. And
it lasts forever too.
Yeah. Until you're eating it as a supplement.
Moose is like that too. That's interesting.
Really?
Oh, I was not aware of that.
Huh.
I wonder if moose is like that. Is elk like that? because moose and elk are very similar.
Yeah, they are.
Hmm.
Venison isn't too bad though. Just regular deer. I don't know.
It's not
I've never taken
hypothesized.
an
It
elk.
is literally a fact.
Yeah.
Cowboy penguin. I've read survival reports on stuff like that. People only surviving on rabbit and ended up dying of malnutrition. Because the rabbits only eat certain varieties of plants typically, and they are not high in the caloric content or mineral content. Um, Cliff, like Kevin Stock, just looked into the rabbit starvation study. As far as I can tell, it was a dubious at best, but I do agree having animal fat though. Yeah, because if you're at 1% body fat, you do have to have some type of fat in your system, no matter what. Um, Lard is better for you than butter. No, no, it's not. Butter is always the best. I don't care. I don't care
Tastes the
about
best.
my arteries. Fuck them. Garlic butter and lemon juice, man. I'm French, and I'll tell you right now, it'll make anything taste good. Dude, take off
Your
your shoe.
ingredients are
Let's
what?
cook it up. But what other things have you done? I just started my own little chicken coop going on. I got 5 chickens,
That's
and
awesome.
in about 3 months from now, I should start having some eggs.
Oh man, that's sweet. Yeah,
Nice,
I gotta
dude.
get
That's
on
super exciting.
chicken because the area where I'm at now, they allow chickens. They don't care if you have chickens. So why not
Nice.
do it if they're not gonna make us think about it? And some of the neighbors actually have some as well. I've seen the coops, and I used to hear a rooster when I was younger, like all the time. So
Yeah,
people have
I
them
would have
around
saw
here.
him behind the sights of a pellet gun.
Yeah, you do need iodized salt to avoid malnutrition. That's why all these
Mhm.
soy boys using pink Himalayan sea salt um, don't understand that they need that, amount of iodine and not like, crazy sodium from their lean cuisines. Like they need, like actual iodized salt.
Hmm. Yeah, and I mean I mean, you can get malnourished by eating one of anything, right?
Yeah.
It's the key to like spread out. You don't just eat the rabbit. You maybe you plant nut trees, or you have nut trees already, and you're getting like your fat supplemented from the nuts, or cooking your beans and rice with lard or something.
Mhm.
There's never going to be like that one like, oh, I can just go get that Dr. Seuss animal that provides everything for everybody, and then I'll be fine, right? I get
Is
that
that
one
the
animal.
Lorax?
Yeah.
Have any of y'all gentlemen, or even in the chat, I'm gonna have to pop out of here. I was just popping on for a quick second. I'll be here on Thursday for the full stream, but I've been going through a lot of my own crap. Um, Giving y'all heads up, while you can, I would highly look into fish antibiotics and animal antibiotics, because those
Mm.
are unregulated and they are actually at a higher quality than what they give people. The reason why is cattle is considered a commodity, and cattle, fish, animals, whatever you want to say, they're considered to be a higher um, something more legitimate on being able to provide higher quality antibiotics and
Mm.
medicines too than humans. Oddly enough, it's very weird, but it's about commodities and livestock and stuff like that.
That
So
makes
look
sense.
into penicillin and different antibiotics, amoxicillin, because you can feed, you can give your fish that, your animals, stuff like that. And there's quite a few things out there that go hand in hand with people and animals. So you can stock up on this stuff for the cheap without needing a doctor's written note or anything else like that. And that's one thing people don't think about is the antibiotics. If shit
Yeah.
were to go south, how are you going to treat a wound or a bacterial infection or something like that?
Dude, that's how people died all the time back in the day, just by not having
Right.
antibiotics. And I literally just got
Hmm.
antibiotics for that little lymphoma scare that I thought I was gonna die a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Blood came back. I don't have lymphoma. That's good.
Awesome.
But they put me on antibiotics. So the first thing I did, I was sitting here looking at the bottle, and I was like, hey, I can't find my medication. I need y'all to call me in another another 30 tablets. I mean, if I do that every time I get antibiotics, I'll just keep stacking them up. But I didn't consider looking up fish antibiotics and cattle antibiotics. That's an excellent idea.
Because they're still
Yeah, that's a great
unregulated. Hey, Dark, I think we need to come up with a new phrase. You know, like Civil War II, electric. Well, let's just call it Civil War II, Oregon Trail. You have died of dysentery.
Yeah, right. What's the,
You broke your
What it's gonna
pinky.
be
You
like.
died.
You've died of scurvy.
Real splendor.
Well, what did Al Capone die of?
Syphilis.
Syphilis. Why do you think he died of syphilis?
Because it rots your brain. It makes you go freaking crazy. And I forget what the actual medical definition on why you die from it is, but I think you know. It's something to do with like fucking up your brain, right?
I was under the impression that syphilis was a treatable bacterial infection.
Once it gets past a certain point, it starts making you go crazy, and then there's a point of no return.
There were those slaves that they did basically a test of syphilis on. I forgot, it's called something, but
You're talking about the Tuskegee Airmen?
Oh,
is
no, the Tuskegee experiments.
That's what it is. Yeah.
No, I get the experiment and the airmen's confused sometimes.
I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. So I think that you
Give
can
them
treat it
syphilis
early
and give them a plane.
and watch
Get
them.
the plane with your syphilis.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's like rabies. Yeah, I can see that. That is also true. Can't regrow brain tissue that's dissolved. True that, man.
That's very true.
Yeah.
There's actually a compound out there, from what I heard, natural compound that helps reconnect neural synapses. Not saying that's regrowing brain tissue, but that's helping neurosynapses reconnect, and it's being used for like football players, multiple concussions. What I forget what they call it, where they start going crazy and their personality changes after all those concussions to the head. Will Smith made a movie about it. I know that much.
That's what I'm trying to think of. Damn, I can't recall. And now they've been treating them. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that commercial. I think like Danny Glover is on it, but it's like, do you know of a loved one that hysterically laughs out of nowhere or cries? Just kind of has like random outbursts of emotions.
Buy them a shotgun. Brought to you by Ruger.
Yeah. Does Ruger even make a shotgun?
I don't know.
But basically, bro, Chick-fil-A is calling my name. I'll be back. Okay. Basically, these medications that are used for these, I think it's PBA, something like that, but it causes these outbursts that are like, you will start laughing and then start crying like hysterically and not even understand why or what's going on because there's something, that's not working right. And they started treating people that had a lot of concussions with this PBA drug. I have a family member that went through that.
Oh, no, I remember what it was. It was actually psychedelic mushrooms, psilocybin-based mushrooms. They were helping regrow neural synapses in people's brains and helping with stuff of that nature.
Oh.
Alzheimer's, depression, anxiety, dealing with PTSD, all these other things. That's what it was. Because I remember you guys were talking about mushrooms earlier, and when we had our mushroom conversation with Travis, the mushroom man, he actually brought all that information up, and I'm like, oh no crap! I know I've heard of some of these studies basically on the psychological side, but not on the side of actually rebuilding up neural synapses. But gentlemen, Mr. Jackal, love you, brother. I just wanted to hop on for a couple of minutes and, you know, say thank you, man, for being a part of this. Dark,
you,
I love
man.
you too, brother.
Love you too, brother.
I got a whole bunch of family stuff that I'm trying to knock down and deal with and get on a good plane, so I can start feeling better about the time that I spend anywhere else. And you know, you got to take care of your house before you take care of anything else. So, you know, same
100%,
thing
man.
for every one of y'all in here. Same thing with Dark. Same thing with you. We all have to take care of our household, make our own bed before we can, you know, go somewhere else and play in the yard. And gentlemen, I love you. I hope everybody is having a freaking A+ day. And let's keep this shit moving, man. Let's try to do everything that we can and pass out good information. And I know there's plenty of people in the chat that know somebody that's a master gardener, somebody who's a woodsman, somebody, you know, even a hillbilly, a redneck, you name it, somebody that actually knows how to live off the land or has broken away from shit. You know, somebody out there. You know, we want you, and we want, you know, anybody else that can pass on good information. And you
Hell
know,
yeah.
hopefully we can keep all this shit moving forward. And that's all we really want to do, because at the end
And
of the day, the more
we're
food
growing,
you
brother.
have. Oh, we are.
We're at 1,300 subs right now.
Oh,
1,301.
damn.
So
All
Oh,
right.
we've jumped up
hey,
another 300 subs.
I want to let all y'all subs know, the more you prepare for yourself, the less likely I have to worry about you coming to my property and trying to steal my eggs and my food. And we don't have to fertilize the rose garden.
Yeah, right.
No, for real, man. Y'all be safe. You guys have a great night. And we'll go from there, gentlemen.
All right,
Be
brother.
easy.
Man, thanks a lot for
Take
coming
care, man.
out. Love you too, man.
All right.
Peace. Well, that was a fun little.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Hell yeah! I'm glad he got to jump in for a minute.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, chat blew up too.
yeah, I know, man. So you got to dive into the mushrooms and didn't get the outcome that you wanted, but that's the most important part of a journey is failing and identifying, you know, changes you're going to make moving forward. Are you going to try it again?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, once I get my my propagation chamber set up, where it's got like it's got like isolated areas and like filtration and like a steady, able to have like a steady consistent temperature.
Yeah.
Like hell yeah, man. I don't see why not.
Oh, that's right. You were
Because
mentioning the was it the dishwasher?
it's an old dishwasher. Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Hell
just gonna
yeah.
like take all the stuff out of it, make sure it's all sealed up, and you know, see what I can do to improve it to make it actually serve the purpose.
Dude,
Because yeah, I mean, while I can still go to the gourmet market, you know, you might as well just go pick up a $3 bushel of mushrooms, throw them in the blender. I mean, it might not work, but it's better than buying them and throwing them in the fridge and just forgetting about them and then having to throw it away.
yeah, true that. True that.
So yeah, why not? I mean,
Are you growing anything else?
oh yeah, I have. I did a like a makeshift seed starting kind of greenhouse build.
I saw
It's super
that
simple.
on your Instagram.
Yeah, it's super simple. Look at it now, actually. Yeah, it's super simple. It's got like tons of room. Oh crap. Okay, we're good. I just got the cord now. So yeah, it's super simple. Easy to build upon and improve. So it's just a metal shelving system.
So just while you do that, Blue Stick says Mushrooms need a little fresh air exchange, so if you're
Right.
so you're gonna have to find a way to get some clean, fresh air into the dishwasher. And
Yeah, I was thinking.
I'm sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead.
No, I was thinking about rigging up like one of those cheap PC cooling fans to like the side of it, and then have it kind of have a very fine net filter on like the inside and the outside, so I'm not bringing in any more spores or pollen or anything really.
Excellent idea. Stick It in Our Axle says, have about 100 chickens here. All started with about buying 20 and can sell them about $100 to $350 a day. Light has to get an incubator and learn how to hatch eggs. Hell yeah, I'll pass that along, man. Maybe I'll get you two in touch with each other. Email me at thedarkestmavis@gmail.com. I'll put it in chat. Sorry.
Oh no, it's all good, man. Chat blows up a lot.
Yeah, I know. And I think it was Blue Sticks that mentioned the M9A3. That is perhaps one of the most beautiful sub $1,000 handgun ever, with a sick ass kit. Like he comes with a whole ammo can of shit. And
Wow, that's awesome.
hell yeah. So cool.
Oh, and I just saw Blue Sticks. What was it? The polyfill for the filter. That's good. I'm gonna look into that. Thank you.
Nice. See, the more you boog.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just a metal shelving unit that I took out most of the shelves and hung a little grow light in there, put some reflective paneling, and covered it with garbage bags and duct tape. You
Nice.
see that or no?
Yeah,
Weird.
yeah, I see it.
Okay, good.
That's interesting because when I was looking at the pictures and the video on Instagram, it looked like natural light.
Oh yeah, it's one of those grow lights that produces like the same kind of light, same like spectrums of light. So it's really nice and like soft, but very warm. It's soft, warm light, which is good.
So what kind of things are you growing?
Oh, like fucking like everything.
Yeah.
Like so I got like cucumbers, I got kale, chard, amaranth, squashes, okra, peppers, some herbs. Let's see, eggplant, coriander, caraway for some of the spices, mustard, tomatoes, broccoli, carrots. Fucking love carrots. Asparagus.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, pretty much like anything and everything that I would like buy from the store, right?
Yeah,
I'm trying to
really.
like propagate it in the garden with or heirloom seeds, so that with minimal amount of minimum amount of necessary work, the family here can keep the plants alive and have sources of food and sources of sustenance when shit pops off.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't think I mentioned that, but like I had to move back to the Midwest. Well, I didn't have to, but I guess I chose to. My dad had a series of strokes about 3 years ago, so I moved back here to help out with that, and that's kind of turned into a longer ordeal. But that's all right, right? That's the family's for.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm pretty much like getting all of this is for them, right? Like I'm gonna have to do like this all over again when I get like myself settled in a little property. But yeah, I gotta get them sorted away first before I can focus on an individual unit, because if timeline prevailing or like not prevailing, whichever one makes it bad. Yeah, I would just stay here, right? So I would have
Yeah.
all this stuff anyway. So
Yeah. I mean, dude, that's being able to I mean, aside from everything that you just mentioned, I mean, going back to like what you're creating right now for your family is, I mean, cycles and cycles and cycles and years of all the fresh fruit and vegetables that like they'll ever need. So I mean, kudos to you for
yeah, and they have a park around here too. So someone, I don't know who, might be doing a little unauthorized planting in the public park as well.
God,
But man,
those
I heard,
rascals.
I heard somebody.
Hey, I just got a message that my daughter woke up, so I'm gonna
Oh,
need
okay.
you to run the show for about 5 minutes
Oh,
or so.
snap. I don't know, Doug. Are you sure?
Yeah, man, you got it. Everyone, show Matt some love, and give me about 5 minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah, man, you got it. Well,
Any questions that
keep
you
me
guys
entertained.
have about some things that the gangster gardening? Hell yeah!
Yeah,
Dump your
for sure.
questions in chat and keep them busy. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I'll probably just focus on that for right now.
You're gonna kill it, man. I know it.
All right, let's see. I bet trading MJ and tobacco would be useful. Yeah, I mean, totally. It's just the same thing like stocking booze, right? As long as you don't smoke, it would be a good thing to stock. Just like, if you drink a lot, stocking booze is probably not the best idea. Oh, y'all talking about the Beretta still? Nice. Brigadier. Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, if you want it and you like the way it looks, it's Brigadier's Wilson Combat, right? So at least you're getting what you pay for, at least there. Um, but yeah, those are crazy expensive. All those like Wilson Combat, Vickers Special guns are crazy expensive. In other words, he grows everything my food eats. Exactly. That's right, Bacon. I can use that stuff to attract, uh, you know, other meat and other people. So it's good. Oh, not as good as the Shadow 2 with a winky face. That means he probably has a Shadow 2, which means I'm kind of jealous because those are dope. What's that crazy thing that CZ makes? Was it the Checkmate, where it's like a all-inclusive like race gun, like competition setup where yeah, that thing's crazy. I don't know how much that costs, but that would be a cool, like you could only afford one high-end gun. That would be cool. Yeah, Checkmate. Yeah, that thing's cool. Like Sig a lot. Yeah, Sig's got a pretty good reputation for quality. I like the 220 myself. Beretta, yeah, you can't. What I think John Woo, the action director, he was like, you can't beat the styling and the lines of the Beretta. That's why they're always in all of his movies because he loves how they look. No, if somebody's got to start typing. I'm just gonna sit here in front of the camera. Oh yeah, that alien Lugo is like crazy. That's like I don't even know that in the what's that other like crazy tiny rifle pistol FN crazy gun something. Yeah, those are nuts. They're cool looking, but yeah, they're definitely. I don't know. I couldn't like justify spending my money on that. But it's cool if you want it. Fuck it. Will a body fuck up my compost pile? Yeah, kind of. If like you want like an all around compost, right? Like yeah, rose garden or there's another one. There's another like food that really likes bodies. It's creepy. They used to plant the trees in some Eastern European country over like the mass grave. I can't remember. Oh, getting on a weird track here. Oh yeah, the FK Bruno. That's totally what I was crazy weird alien gun. Yeah, pig farm. That's a good one too. Obviously, you're gonna need like a lot of little hogs or like those really like Kia-sized Sardinian hogs. Those will like hogs devour bodies. They don't like care about bones or clothes or anything. It's actually pretty terrifying if you raise pigs. Like keep that in mind if you raise pigs. Like, let's see. Have you ever thought about making your own guns? I thought about doing like pipe builds after that one stream with Armitage for sure. And I've messed up rather a couple of Poly 80 builds. It's fun. But I didn't. No Dugan, no sub. Awesome, man. Rocket, brother. Let's see. Yeah. So you really, for me, I'm kind of dumb. I don't really know what all the parts are named or like what they all do. So that was kind of, that was fun for me. But kind of, for me, it's better to just buy a gun.
Dude, I'm definitely gonna build a slam fire.
Being a creeper. Nice. Oh, Darkstack, nice. I was just like reading the comments.
Yeah, I did something funny. I went upstairs and basically like kissed my daughter goodnight and all that.
Nice.
I came back down and I put my psyop mask on.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are terrifying.
And then put my scorpion around my body, and then just like flashed a picture of myself like 2 or 3 times.
Nice. Now it makes sense.
Everyone was like, "That's dark being dark." Gateway Kalash said, "JFC dark. Did you just scare your daughter back to bed or what?" Oh, that's great.
For real. That's you gotta get her used to the scary thing.
As the thumbnail.
Yeah, you should.
I'm surprised our stream didn't get pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really think people watch this. Too many people watch this.
Apparently, the algorithm is supposed to be able to pick up firearms, and if you're handling a firearm, it will torch your stream. But I've never.
Wow.
I mean,
it knows like your face.
Yeah, I can.
It always picks up my face when I start my camera.
I can point you guys for the people that are asking about the mask. I can point. I got a few masks because like if you need to go ham and you don't want to be identified, and I'm only saying in a world without rule of law. Okay, so we need to be very clear. In the event that you did not want to be identified and you wanted to instill fear into your opponents, the crazier your mask is, it can be terrifying. Okay, so just consider that. And it also doesn't really matter. I mean, it's just one little touch. Just an addition, not something to count on. Would you wear a mask during SHTF, like a scary purge mask? Yes, absolutely. I have several.
Wrap firearm in aluminum foil to defeat the screener. Maybe one type, but like you're totally just gonna bounce back that you have a fucking huge metal object wrapped in tinfoil on like some other ones. So you're probably better off to just like put it off site somewhere, like where there's already a bunch of like rusty metal, right? So when they scan over it, it's just like, oh, great, more rusty metal. Who cares?
You talking about burying things?
Yeah, well, maybe one of the what was it? I think Cowboy Penguin just like threw a question out there. I'm just perusing the chat. so I'm not just staring into the camera like a Uber.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, the best thing, well, I'll say it like this because there's no other way to say it. If you're burying things, the best place is not on your property. Consider that if things were to get bad, so bad that you had to hide things, I would say consider that they would be using GPR on your front, back, side yard, literally going through with ground penetrating radar, looking to see what's looking in your walls, look like all of that shit. So what you guys, and I probably shouldn't be saying this, but who cares? What you guys see behind me is a loadout report, and I'm literally
You just zoom in really quick.
yeah, right.
In hand.
For airsoft purposes only.
That's right. Yeah, these are airsoft caches for the big game.
Exactly.
That's
I'm
awesome.
going through and I'm separating like, okay, like damn, it's freaking light. So basically breaking down lists and saying, okay, like, you know, these loadouts are staying here for specific reasons. So some may be part of a stamp collection, right? So it's incumbent upon me to keep them here to be able to display them if there's ever such a request. And the others may not have any type of attachment to me personally. So they're getting removed from, bury them in Feinstein's and Pelosi's yard. Yes. And keep in mind, you guys don't have to bury them. You guys then call the ATF. That's great. You guys don't have to bury them. You can bury them, and you don't have to bury them. There are other options. I did a stream on this and kind of discussed like I said it kind of cryptically, so I'll just say it completely openly. If there is a guy that, let's say, has 10 loadouts, okay, he has an armory, 10 loadouts of, you know, long gun, handgun, backup gun, and a blade and a sling, and, you know, 7.9 magazines, okay, you would take those 10 loadouts and let's say keep 4 at your home, okay, to be able to arm others around you. And then take the other 6 and get a storage unit at a smaller company that isn't a huge like national franchise that's climate controlled, that you could set up a whole room in, like set it up like a garage. You got a gun safe, you got a workbench, you got, you know, maybe someone could even splice into the electricity there. You got the portable, what do you call them? Dehumidifiers. You got all that type of stuff. Set up your tools to where you could literally go in, access it, work on stuff, you know, whatever, and pay for a whole year in cash. Don't put anything on a credit card and go from there. If you don't feel comfortable doing that, because that still doesn't give you the complete control, right? Burying it is another option as well. Consider that too. And maybe bury one loadout, right? Like, all I can say is that, you know, everything can be compromised, right? The storage unit could become compromised, okay? The burial of certain things can become compromised because you may drive by one day and see them, you know, getting ready to, you know, start digging to build a development, you know? So everything is compromised. But yes, if you do choose to bury things, create a cache report or cache report or whatever, and definitely put in like correct for the era metal things in the ground, not brand new shiny metal, weathered, rusted metal that would be, accurate to, if there's a 70s Coke bottle in there, then there should be some metal from the 70s near, you know what I mean? Like not like a brand new saw blade that has a sticker on it that says, April 2021. And then every layer, every foot or so, place another decoy and put it in the middle of nowhere, put a string on it. And that way, if someone else is digging it up one day, if you're not there or gone or whatever, then they'll know to look for a red string 3 feet down or something like that. And then also stage stuff on top in a very, okay, really quickly, sorry. If you're going to do this, do it right. Lay out a tarp. Take the stuff that's on top of the earth and lay it on the tarp in the exact fashion that it is at that moment. Move the tarp to the side. Try to keep it and preserve it as natural as possible. Then dig down. And then, once you get down as deep as you intend to, then stage the diversions or the, diversion metals, different stages going up. And then once you're done, then you put the preserved top over it. That's all. I'm done.
Also, a good alternative.
Please.
Everyone can, if you don't have like tall trees, put that shit up in a tree. Like a fucking brown painted PVC pipe. Put that shit up in a tree. Ain't nobody going over this tree. I mean, now they will, but got to pick the tree first.
Now at least 39 people will. That's actually a great idea. I didn't consider.
Think of it like a bear bag, right? You do it with your food and your smellables when you're camping, so the bear don't get your shit. I think of them as the bear.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Me as a big brain, I'm gonna bury Native American artifacts above my gun, so they will have to stop digging. Buy me some time. That's a great.
Actually, not too bad of an idea.
Only people in trees are kids and crackers. Absolutely. There's a video about this by Tactical Rifleman Caches. That may be one of the ones that I watched. One of the command and control vehicles converted into an apartment. Bulk pickup days in our neighborhood is an excellent source for broken. Yeah, look up broken shit, man. You can grab motors. You can grab there's so much shit that you can grab, especially if you go to more affluent areas.
Oh yeah, they throw out everything. It's not.
Yeah, I literally rolled past. This was probably like a month ago now, but I rolled past what looked to be like a brand new wine refrigerator, like
It
the
probably
one.
was brand new.
Yeah, like the shit that's kept at like a certain humidity level and temperature and all that was just plopped out there on the curb that said free on it. If it wasn't like 350 pounds, I would have taken
right.
it.
Well, yeah, that's also even like if you're not gonna like bury shit, right, and make a big treasure hunt for people, like you could just like sort that metal that you find in those working appliances and sell the metal and sell the appliances, or fix the appliances and then sell them. It'll give you another like life skill. Fixing electronics is difficult, and every electronic breaks, so
Yeah.
you figure out how to fix them. You got a skill that you can pretty much name your price. That's nice.
Armitage said if I was gonna bury them, I would put them in a container marked hazmat, radioactive. Yeah, that may have been the same video. I remember watching the video. It was an excellent video. Everything I just said was from 2, maybe 3 YouTube videos. Probably the same shit you guys are talking about. What are your thoughts on the CZ Shadow 2 optics ready pistol?
I'm gonna be right back.
Yep. My buddy's got one and he loves it. Personally, I mean, though it's an excellent firearm, it's just kind of not my flavor. Arrowheads don't stop a dig, bones do. Yeah, true that. Yeah, I'm down to talk about the Chauvin case now. What are your thoughts, Kimball? Do you want to? Let me check with I think I'm supposed to call him Jackal. Let me check with Jackal when he gets back. But if you're open to it, man, You know what? We could fire up another stream and we could do a Chauvin case stream. Nice. Yeah, I mean it's almost like it's being said like the design is to for the mainstream media to post things that will specifically make the public think, oh, he is definitely gonna get, nailed for this one, only to in the end walk with very little, and we'll likely see massive riots, massive destabilization for our country again. And yeah, and I think so. I think the other thing is them bringing him from murder 3 to murder 2 was I don't know. I mean, of course, I'm going to think everything is by design and is a conspiracy and all that shit. So I don't necessarily need to get into it, guys. I'm sorry, but I am open to talk about it. But it seems like other people in chat do not have a desire to. Yeah. That's the thing. They're making it all. They don't need star witnesses. Yeah. It's public perception. That jury doesn't matter. It's public perception because every single person is like, I would normally think to do this, but with the climate the way it is, but with the public the way it is, but with these organizations out here, organizations that rhyme with Bambifa and G Smell Tim. I don't know what's the difference, but they all come with a cut section that can take RMR. Oh, I thought you were talking about the case. Yeah, it is a show just like OJ, but I do think that the level at which people are plugged in may be higher, just because of the availability of social media. Everyone is on their phones watching it. Terrence Chad, whatever, images of Chauvin kneeling on his shoulder with Floyd's neck clearly visible. Dude died of a drug overdose. No way. Okay, so here's one thing I want you guys. Nice papism, dark, but I agree, Joe Morris, and kind of the same thing. Like here's what I'll say. Okay, so a lot of my friends, most of my friends, are dead, in jail, or still using drugs. Okay, and I've had a lot of experience with opiate overdoses. Okay, and people seem to think that when you die of an opiate overdose, that you die of the drug and too much of the drug being in your system, and that's not entirely true. So I've overdosed before, and because of the way that I overdose, and I'm totally open to talk about it, I lived through it. The reason I lived through an overdose, I'll explain in a moment. So people tend to use sitting in a chair, right? They're not going to stand up and do a shot of dope. They're not going to lay down on their back and do a shot of dope. They usually sit because they have to prep the shot and all that. And when they do that and they overdose and their body is, not responsive, they can live through that. What they cannot live through is it starts making your respirations so low, your breathing so low and so limited that you start to hunch over and you start to basically almost not breathe at all or very, very little. And then your body, and this is the course over like sleeping, right? So let's say 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, you're laying there, people are letting you sleep or whatever, or you're in a gutter somewhere or in an alley or whatever, and your body is basically folded up and you can't breathe. And then what happens is your body pumps less oxygen, or you're pumping less oxygen into your body, and the first thing that starts to happen is generally your organs shut down, you go into cardiac arrest, and you die. It is from lack of air. It's not from the drug itself. Now, the drug itself caused it, but Narcan reactions are hilarious. Yeah. Yeah. So Narcan is currently available, at least in my area. They give it out. I have Narcan here just because of the medications that I'm on, even though they're not, full agonist opiates. If God forbid that ever were to happen, my wife or someone could potentially save my life. Let me go back and see. Look at the Darren Wilson, Michael Brown case. This is the one time I think the cop did an okay job.
You guys talking about the trial?
We're talking about a bunch of stuff. I was talking about drug overdoses and how.
Yeah, I kind of made the screen go away, so I was like rushing around for a second.
No, you're good. You're good. No, so what happened with me when I overdosed? Yeah, I'm taking that and another, but so this is a dark, no pun intended. But would OTC Narcan benefit or hurt society? It can only benefit it because there's no negative. There's no negative thing by administering Narcan or naloxone to someone. Like, the only thing that happens is you go into precipitated withdrawals and you get slight discomfort if you have opiates in your system. That's it. I've had friends die from Xanax too, in several different ways.
Yeah, so have I, John. That sucks. And good for you, Joe Morris, that you check up on them. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. Self-addiction, stuff and checking. Yeah, keep checking on them, man, because they, it turns you into a different person. I was an intravenous drug user for years, and you're not you at that point, But so basically, really quickly, because I know the stream isn't about this, but it's, whatever. When I overdosed, I don't know how much information I should get into here, but I would typically do a lot. This time I did not do a lot. I did a lesser amount. And this lesser amount must have been cut with something crazy, or because it's cut by dudes with, spatula tips in trap houses that aren't really like, this isn't a scientific method to do this. I'm sorry you lost your cousin, Jay-Z.
Yeah, that sucks. I just saw that too.
Yeah. You never know if one bag could be equal to 3 bags or 5 or a whole bundle, or like you never know. So I did 1 bag, and I was used to doing way more than that. And I did this 1 bag and then fell out. And when I fell out, I literally hit my head on my desk, which saved my life, because when I did that, I slid between my chair and the desk, and I ended up laying on my side, literally in the recovery position. And I woke up, I don't know, 6 hours later or so, and didn't even like know what really happened or anything. And I had a headache, really, really bad headache, and had to pull a needle out of my stomach because it fell into my stomach when I fell. And basically took Advil, drank water, and played Call of Duty. Like, you don't think of yourself, you don't value yourself or your life at the same level that you do. Like, when you're going through that, your brain changes physically, psychologically, neurologically. Your transmit, like everything in your brain fires differently. So, sorry, I didn't mean to take it there, but
no, man, that's the journey. Sometimes it goes where you don't think it's gonna.
Yeah, Jay-Z, it's funny you bring that up. I actually have kidney issues because of my previous drug usage.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Thanks, Blue.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you didn't die. Also,
I'm also glad I didn't die. That's my daughter would not exist if I died.
Real shit.
Shit, as chemists substituting fentanyl for other street drugs and a random batch can kill a lot of people. Yeah, the problem is that fentanyl is so powerful, where most drugs are measured in milligrams. Fentanyl is measured in micrograms. It is wildly powerful, and people underestimate it, and they're just trying to cut their shit with cheap Chinese shit and make more of a profit. Did you say you wanted your camera to come back, or you said?
What's up?
We can't see you right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Hang on, let me try one thing real quick.
Now am I back?
No, I don't see you.
You can hear me though, right?
Yeah, I can hear you. They're saying your camera's off. Yeah, so it's off for all of us.
Damn. I mean, I can see it, but
really,
that doesn't really help.
Let me refresh real quick. Hang on.
Yeah, I did like make it go away for a little bit, so I was wondering if I was even here. Cam and mic.
I don't know. Yeah, still off. If you want, you can pop out and pop back in.
That's weird. Yeah. Okay.
Bacon, I know you had a different topic, but wanted to ask what made you get, I guess that's into drugs in the first place. I'll address that. Dark, so why do you think the jury is going to let Chauvin off with all the political grandstanding and wokeism permeating through the trial? It seems the witness testimony that people are blindly, hold on, I've only overdosed on bad acid. It was a bad trip through living hell. Yeah, it's scary shit. All of it's scary shit, man. When you lose control like that, it's terrible. Leaning towards him being guilty. I'll hit that too. Off topic, but on point. The drug talk was beneficial. More people are affected than the public acknowledges. I know, and that's what I want to do is I want to take the, that stigma away. I want to remove, there we go. He's back.
Oh, good.
There you go.
Yeah, I went back in and it was like your mic is off and your camera's off. So,
oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I want to take away the stigma of like it being a bad thing, right? Like think back like in the 50s, right? Like divorce and being gay was something that was like totally like just didn't exist. Like, like it was not discussed. It was, so things become more normal as time goes on, and later on in life, those things become more appropriate, or more, more prevalent, and then more appropriate, and then more open to discuss. It's the same thing for shit. I don't know. Even like anything like that, right? So like it's the same thing for drug usage, but there seems to be this level of stigma that we can't get past. So I think part of it, a lot of people that have substance abuse issues, specifically opiates, apparently deal with a lot of guilt and self-hatred. And I didn't know that, or wasn't aware of that, even when I was deep into opiate abuse. And I still don't think like I ever really like hated myself. I just was never loving myself. So somewhere caught in neutrality.
It's tricky. Yeah, it's a tricky thing to do sometimes.
Yeah. Sorry, this totally took another turn. And there's
No, man. No, it goes where it needs to go, right?
Yeah, I guess it does.
Let's see. I was just reading the comment. Yeah. The Gasa overdosed on bad acid. Yeah, I've been there, man. That's why I was like super, on top of that shit in the last stream. It's like, if you're not careful with any of this shit, it's not going to be a good time like in the movies. It's going to be quite literally the worst day of your life. You don't know how bad it can get until you've been there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure this talk helps a lot of people. Like,
I will say,
worse for sure.
You're totally right in that every time we've talked about substance abuse, addiction, recovery, or whatever, I get several emails that say like, "Thank you for just discussing it. Thank you for bringing it up." I just also always get emails that say, "Bro, you never stay on topic."
I like to say my mind is like a radio on scan.
Yes.
Right? You better just get used to it, because I'm not picking a radio station. It's staying on scan. So get used to it.
Yep. That's exactly. I'm like squirrel, like always. And the same way, that's how my mind works. Like my wife says, my mind is like I guess she used to say like an MP3 player, like an iPod. Like out of nowhere, I'll just bust out like beatboxing these crazy songs from like 30 years ago, and like 5 minutes later I'll start singing. She's like, "Where do you stash all this stuff?"
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Bacon says, "What is this staying on topic you speak of?" No, Bacon.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah. Your story could help someone, Dark. All right, if you guys do want me to discuss it, I'm happy to discuss it. Otherwise, we can get back to your original programming.
Oh, there was another comment in there about I can't remember who, because it's gone and I can't find it. Taking oxy once. That's why I never got on the needle. Like, I followed my one friend's like really good advice, and that was, this is the best thing I've ever done in my life. I can't ever do this again.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, if it's that good, I'm never gonna do it.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably not stop.
So, do you want to share anything about your struggles?
I don't know, man. Sure. Fuck.
And you don't have to.
I don't know. We can save that for another stream, I guess.
If
That's
you
like,
want, we can do
we're already like 2 hours in.
Yeah, I mean, we can do a stream like specifically. And I actually had people that subbed to my Dark Davis channel like before all of this shit. They were asking me. I'd commented on a bunch of different pages about recovery.
Yeah.
substance abuse, and I had a lot of people sub, probably like 50 people sub, just because they asked me to tell my story, and I never went on and told my story. So it'd be a good thing to do. So we will.
Yeah, we should definitely make a special one for it.
Hell yeah, yeah. I'm down to do that. And honestly, anyone else that wants to jump in, I'm happy to do that too. You know, we can each tell a little bit of our story. You know, kind of give the 30,000 foot view, where we were, where we are, where we're going, all that kind of thing. But to hit back on the self-sustainability, what has impressed me about you is that you've taken action on every possible thing that you could have with the things that are in front of you, right? Like literally carrying water with fucking trash cans, like with snow, like, you know, taking the video about mushrooms and literally putting it into action, like right away, you know, planning shit, like, you know, I'm just blown away that you're, you know, taking the action that you are, and you should be fucking proud of yourself, man.
Well, thanks, man. Well, it was, you know, something Duke hit on in the old Booger Eater videos. Like, you know, we used up all the easy days. Like all the lazy days are gone.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to put in the work, and it's time to get back to remembering why we're here, right? So, yeah, I mean, instead of fucking sitting on the couch playing Call of Duty, you know, watching just, you know, well, yeah, also when you start making content, it's like you don't watch content, like you don't have time for it, because all your free time is either doing other stuff, or like in my case, like you're kind of just, I just bring the fucking phone with me when I do stuff, and it's like, I'm just like, okay, I'm done, post it, and then, yeah. But some people, they take hours and hours into editing that stuff, and it's like, man, that's ridiculous. In those 3 hours of editing time, I can collect more snow. I can like tear up fucking paper from my pulp barrel. I can like crush cans for, you know, recycling, and maybe eventually even like shredding them down, melting them down, and hell, I can make a receiver-sized piece of aluminum.
Hell
you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like,
dude, hell yeah.
You know, in 3 hours, that's the thing you can do in like 3 hours.
Dude, I think that comes from our natural human like fear of being judged. We always want everything we put out about ourselves to be like this beautiful, you know, picture of what, you know, we want our life to look like, or what we think our life looks like.
That's the dangerous part.
Yeah, exactly.
Projecting that ego-based image. It's just like, man, that gets you into trouble.
I don't know about that, Jackal. I create content, and I am a huge content consumer. Listening to this one.
Good for you.
In fact, I've noticed too that when I started being, and I don't want to call myself a content creator, but I'll say like when we made the channel, my YouTube consumption went down a lot as far as like the entertainment piece of it, but it didn't rise. What took the place of it was like actual like how-tos, right? Like I've been doing a lot of things on the property like that I'm able to, and basically prepping for the spring, and also doing some things to prepare for, I mean, obviously I'm helping with, so for those of you that may not know, I basically run a business, and I help run Wildcore, and I stream for 9 to 12 hours a week. Oh, and I have a family. And I do other stuff too, like build guns and build, like, I don't stop. Like I always keep going. And so I think that the fact that we don't like edit shit, we don't throw anything out. As a matter of fact, for anyone that kind of is like really following us, if you look at our episodes, you'll notice that we went episode, 20, 21, 22, and this is episode 24. Episode 23 has already been created, and we're going to release it. We have our first recorded video that we are going to drop, and it's bonkers that we actually did a recorded video. We're not like editing it or any bullshit like that, but it's basically this. It's a good video, so we'll drop it within a week.
Nice.
Post Boog Civics 101, Boogonomics 101, Boog Chem 101, Conceptual Boog Dynamics 101, U.S. History 1 and 2, Booglish 101, Intro to Boog at Boogaholics Anonymous. Wow, that's the whole curriculum, brother.
We got a comment about fishing. Yeah, we should definitely have more fishing streams.
Hell yeah, that's
that would be great, because that's a super easy way of providing good protein for yourself.
Oh yeah.
If you live near water, I mean, but a lot of people do.
Yeah, and couldn't you, provided that you had the property, couldn't you build a pond and populate it?
Yeah, you totally could. Yeah, and as long as you you're the one managing it and looking after it, what their spawn rate is, as opposed like spawn rate to like you actually taking the the fish out.
Yeah.
So yeah, you totally could. That would be a great way to do it, especially with like fish that like clean the area. Like that would be obviously ideal, because then you wouldn't have less maintenance and more fish.
Oh yeah. Can you fish with tannerite? I have heard that some people may have done that before. You have to fucking fish if you want to lose your gear in a boating accident. Yeah. Oh, guys, and for all y'all that know, like, this is Matt the Bladesmith, right? Like, this is the guy.
Oh yeah, Jack was just like a joke.
It's so funny, by the way, that like, Blue Sticks. That was super kind of you, brother. He said he was leaving, and then he leaves at 556.
Oh, night, Blue Sticks.
Night, Blue Sticks. Take it easy, brother. Thank you.
Bud.
So, shit, what was I saying? Damn, I get distracted so easily.
I know.
I lost my boats in a tannerite accident. Yeah, that was I named that last stream. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay, so Matt is the one. Jackal, sorry, is the one he's a bladesmith. So he forged all those blades, the Darkblade Dugan blades, the blade. So Armitage or Armitage, him. Crap, I gotta go. I'll have to watch the replay later to get the end. Yeah, that guy.
Night, Armitage.
Night. Won the giveaway last month, and I promise I'm mailing that box tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys.
I knew I should have just mailed him.
I know.
He's probably in like the other part of the state. That would be hilarious.
But I got you. I'm sending it tomorrow. Promise. He's really Jackal Gyllenhaal.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah. I didn't forge the ones I made for you guys. Those are made from stock removal. But yeah, I do forge. That's like the whole point of the American Bladesmith Society, is like preserving and like extending the art of foraging. Yeah,
Bro,
so
were
that's
you able
like
to watch
what
that
how I
video? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, dude, that was nuts.
The chain.
Yeah, the cable, and the way he
Yeah,
makes the disposable the outside, like the casing. That's
yeah.
genius.
I've never
Genius.
seen that before.
I've seen things like that. The canister Damascus is like that,
Wow.
but a little bit different, but very similar concept. You know, you have an outside sheath that gets discarded, and that takes all of the like abuse and stuff, and you still have a nice flat, fully together billet.
Dude, it was
On the inside.
beautiful. It. I mean, I couldn't believe it.
Oh, let's see, Cowboy Penguins. Oh, thank you. It started off as like a hobby and like a way of therapy for PTSD, and now it's I don't know. I never really had much of an interest in selling the knives, at least not like while I'm still an apprentice. But you know, people seem to like them. They're good quality, so yeah. So it's kind of like a side hustle now. Since it's not really like I'm not able to do it like full time. Because my priorities are like family right now and stuff like that. Wow, some guy has a really loud motorcycle on the highway.
Dude, I hear that thing is zooming by. Look at that thing, man. Sorry, I got to show it off now. It's still kind of cutting up the kydex a little bit. Got that dark maple.
Yeah, it's gonna for a while.
Yeah.
So it like removes that little bit that's always touching that sharp edge. Yeah, I still got to work on that kydex, but
Dude,
yeah,
I was
it holds
impressed.
it there.
I looked into just doing kydex, and I didn't know. I mean, it's relatively simple, but it's still a good amount of work put in.
Yeah, it's work. Yeah, it's work. It's not, it's you don't have a CNC machine to do it for you.
Yeah.
You gotta like, orient things correctly. Layout, man. Layout is like so much key in like any like thing you do with your hands. Taking time to have a plan and make that plan visible to you on the piece of work, it'll save you so much effort and so much fucking heartache.
Yeah. Oh, can we talk about my axe?
Yeah, sure.
So
Yeah.
any,
So oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say anything you want to say about it.
Oh, it's definitely gonna be fucking dope. It's like so it's you wanted like an all steel kind of like I don't know, it's kind of like a Boog Viking cyberpunk deal. It's gonna be fucking sweet. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
it's on the back burner right now because like all your
That's
all your wonderful hype has like kind of gotten too big on my plate here, but it's coming back to normal. So
Dude,
I'll be able to get that out to you soon.
I'm super, you take all the time you need, bro. I'm happy that other people are seeing the value in what you do, and it's literally like one of the first steps that we talked about is getting a black market business, right? So the ability for you to make knives, make jewelry, make, I mean, shit, even like, everything that you're doing, you can the axe slay a Balrog? What's a Balrog?
Oh, dude, Sport Brand, you're fucking cooler than I thought you were. So a Balrog is a Balrog is Tolkien's Lord of Hell monster, or it's also known as a Balor. It's a very large Lord of Hell. It's a demon. I think the Balrog is from what? Lord of the Rings, right? It's Tolkien, because Balor is D&D. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Yeah. It's nerd stuff, Dark.
Yeah, I didn't.
You wouldn't understand. Yeah, it's a demon. He's a Lord of Hell. Yeah.
That's oh, Lord of the Rings. Gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I just got invited to by one of our viewers to look at some pictures, but I have to sign in to do it, and I'm gonna hold off on that for a second. But yeah, no, I mean, being able to get like your own custom blade. I mean, and this thing is freaking wicked sharp, dude. Like, it's crazy sharp.
Be careful, man.
Rose gold, snakeskin, micarta. And when I initially saw that handle, I was like, man, that looks goofy. But bro, in your hand, it just feels like an extension of you. Like, you could just unzip something or someone with it. And the pommel on the end is just like this comb that would, let's just say, give someone a very bad hair day. This, yeah, man, it's just so unique, and it's got, you know, Dark Mavis stamped on it, and then it's got
I want to do something special for you.
Dark Light Dugan stamped on it. Dude, it's like, this is like probably one of my favorite knives. I've been having a tough time.
That's good. I like hearing that.
Yeah, dude, it's seriously, it's just how unique it is, and how, like, this is the knife that was made when DLD was all together, when all three of us were together. And, like, you know, it's marked DLD. We're going to end up changing our name. It's, you know, I don't know. It's cool. And, you know, the fact that, like, everything you did to put these together to contribute to others touched me in all the right places. So thank you.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for, to fill your holes, Dark.
Fill my dark holes. Yeah, so guys, if you're looking for a custom blade, I know, Matt, you got a lot on your plate now, but
yeah, maybe pace yourselves on the orders. Maybe, like, if you really want it, think about it for a couple weeks.
yeah, take a few weeks to think about what you want, and then after a few weeks go by, hit him up. Oh, dude, I want a blue Chemlight knife. I want it like rebar.
Who was talking about? Was it Blue Sticks who always brings up, like, when am I gonna make the Sting? Like, again from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know.
We got a lot of cool guys here. You didn't know, Dark.
I know. I had no idea. Man. I had no idea.
Shit. Keep knocking into shit.
Boxer and Street Fighters, and it was Russian wrestler, dude. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Matt made my custom 5.7 Kydex holster. Nice. Did you?
No, I didn't. Maybe he's talking about somebody else.
Oh.
No, I have 5.7. Those things are fucking cool.
Yeah.
I like bottleneck cartridges. Like,
dude,
they're cool. Like
so
that
I
token.
got one when I was like 21.
Oh yeah.
I got it for like $700, and I sold it like a stupid ass.
Well, I mean, like, with the price of the 5.7 now, I mean, you're not really losing out much.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe not a bad decision. I mean, it's cool, but, you know, I don't know. Not exactly the most practical, like, pistol in the world, though. But it's totally cool, and that's why.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was saying that Matt from FN made his holster before Matt died.
Oh, geez. That really fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're fucking OD. Yeah, man.
Well,
that's awesome that you have something that, you know, the person made for you. Like, that's super sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the coolest thing.
Yeah, we all are. You're all guilty of being agents.
No, gee, you know what? You know, the guys who are really the coolest are the ones who get to run, like, the evidence, like, facilities for those agencies.
Oh, dude.
Right? Like, you could get, like, whatever you wanted if you just, like, take them to the IHOP. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, James, we're going to fucking lunch at the IHOP. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I need some fucking C4 bricks and some of those grenades and.
Oh man.
You know, bring them.
Have we got any 40 millimeter, you know, 203s or Mark 19s in? I mean, imagine, oh my God, imagine the stuff that comes in at like evidence lockers on like border towns.
Oh my God, right?
bro.
Like, yeah, for real. Yeah, that's where it's at. Yeah, border patrol,
Hell yeah,
fucking evidence lockup.
dude.
Found my new career path.
Yeah, right. Not even just because of the pounds and pounds and pounds of narcotics and money, but the
Yeah, just the
weapons.
raw money. Like,
Yeah, dude.
God, for real.
Oh yeah.
But those guys have like the coolest guns too.
Oh
Like,
yeah. Hell yeah.
hands down. Like, who doesn't want like a gold saint carved into their 1911 that shoots gold bullets? Because
Right.
the dude has more money than gold bullets.
In like 38 Super or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
I
that's what they
will-
like down there.
My
Yeah, it's the
chrome and,
civilian legal.
yeah, right. My chrome and plum Draco is right here at my feet, and every
Nice.
time anyone sees it for the first time, they're like, "Yo, that is like a straight Osama or cartel gun." Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Dark, did you bring your charger? I'm actually plugged up right now. Like, I've been plugged up the whole time, so I'm currently sitting at 100%, my friends. But I do think
Nice.
I do think we're gonna wrap up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless you have anything else you want to hit on about some of the things you've done for your.
Yeah, totally. I'd love to like give just like a couple of like
Yeah.
ideas for, you know, side hustles and stuff for people. So they,
Hell
you know, have options, right? Like, you know, you don't have to do it, I guess, but at least I said it and you have the option now.
Hell yeah.
So like you know, like lawn care and landscaping, like if you live in the suburbs and you maintain your own lawn, there's no reason you couldn't do that for like, I don't know, your block or whatever. Like you can make some pretty decent money doing shit like that. Let's see. Oh, like for ladies or dudes that already like cut their hair or dye their hair, like cutting and dyeing hair is huge. Tons of people don't want to cut their hair or don't want to dye their hair themselves. And especially with like all these restrictions and like if things get really worse to where like you have to wear a fucking armband and shit to like go into the business, like shit, people, I don't want to go into places because I have to wear a freaking mask. Like, you know, if I had the option to going across the street to my neighbor to get like fresh vegetables, I'd do it. Like, so yeah, there's a lot of people that use that sort of already like system provided shit, but you know, you could provide it. And then obviously like jewelry making and like knife making, two things that are great. Great, like, you know, therapy things for yourself and to have like coping mechanisms for when, you know, shit sucks now, but like if shit gets bad, shit's going to get really bad.
Yeah.
And it's great to have established coping mechanisms that are healthy before the trauma hits. Because then you have something to fall back on, right? It's hard to learn a new skill when you're constantly being taken from your forebrain all the way back here to your reptile brain. You can't have critical thought because you're only concerned about what is going to come kill me. I need something to eat. Where is my next opportunity to procreate? Like, those are the limited functions of your reptile brain. So you can't really learn much in a traumatic situation. And yeah, so for the knife making, you know, there's foraging, there's stock removal, and there's even, you know, for a super simple way to get started, you can just hand finish blanks, right? Like these guys are just some like kitchen knife blanks. They're already sharpened, they're heat treated, they're cryo treated, and like these are just some already pretty nice pieces of wood, right? Like the knife is already made, like the blade is created. All you need to do is hand finish it with stuff that you can do by yourself. Everybody uses kitchen knives.
Nice.
And I guarantee you those like cryo treated kitchen knives that you can buy are going to be way better than what people are getting in the stores.
Yeah.
Oh, here's just like some like this is like scrap wire and stuff that you can get from like job sites. You know, you strip that down, process it.
Too funny. I have to
things.
throw in that James Reeves said that we look like guys that steal copper wire from
Yeah,
construction.
we are. He was right.
He was right.
He was right. But also, you don't have to steal it. You can just ask. It's mostly trash to these people.
Yeah.
So this is like a very simple aluminum wire that was pounded flat, twisted, made into a bracelet.
Nice.
Kind of same thing with the copper there. You know, that's a little stone wrapped in copper wire. It doesn't have to be, you know, fancy things at the start. It can be simple, elegant stuff.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know? That's recycled wire. The stones don't cost much, and it's
This is a bracelet that Matt made as well.
Yeah, that's a really nice one.
Yeah, this is a really nice bracelet. It's
Yeah,
like,
and that's that was old scrap wire that I annealed. You can anneal the copper on your stovetop, right? Like you're just trying to get that color change so the metal turns soft, so that once you beat on it again. So yeah, right. So copper is hardened by work. So when you hit it with the hammer, that's when it gets hard. So every time you work it, you have to heat it up again to make it soft. That's what it is. Yeah, so those are two like really good options. Very therapeutic, very simple options to get started with. Scrap metal recycling, right? Like somebody already mentioned, going on the mass pickup days for the neighborhoods. Like you can find a lot of stuff. Anything electronic can be broken down, and she's a bracelet that was my friend the 308. Nice. Yeah, so like all that stuff can be broken down and processed into like its individual metals, and you could use it yourself if you have the gear, or you could just sell it or stock it and, you know, save it for when the time comes. You do have the gear, you have the stock of material to use it. Right, like handyman service, odd job contractor. If you already have like tools and like a workshop in your garage, no joke, I need it. Learn how to braid paracord. No joke. Yeah, you probably make a pretty dope gauntlet out of paracord that will hold your 308 rounds.
So just really quickly on that note, number one, I stripped some of the wire that you gave me, and I curled
nice.
Pigtail, and I'm gonna mess around with it some more.
Nice.
It was the heavy gauge shit. So I took plum paracord because I love plum, and I braided it. I didn't weave it. I don't know all the fancy shit with paracord, unfortunately.
It's nuts. Yeah, you can like lose yourself looking at them online.
I did make a pretty gnarly weapon with paracord and a drill bit, like one of the big ass like steel drill bits, like the drill bits for steel.
Yeah.
But no, so this is an exact example. So these little plastic clicky things that you use to make bracelets, this specific one, if you notice the third piece in the middle is missing.
Yeah.
Do you know why? Have you ever seen these before?
No. Is that a handcuff key?
Polymer handcuff key fits in there.
I love those.
And
sorry to interrupt. Quick tip: everybody get handcuff keys.
Yeah, yes, and get handcuff keys that can unlock a double lock, because the polymer ones may break on.
They'll break.
Yeah, if it's double locked, and it depends who's cuffing you, right? We would never advocate for someone to evade law enforcement, right? If you're getting handcuffed,
they'll shoot you.
You're likely going to be double locked. However, if bad guys handcuff you, then it's important to have a key, and a key that is strong enough to unlock a double lock.
Yeah, for real. That's always That's a tip you're probably not going to hear from people on the law enforcement side of things. I
Yeah,
grew up on the law enforcement side of things, that's for sure.
yeah,
But most people who grew up, shit dogging figured that out pretty quick. It's a good
yeah,
handy thing to have on you. You're
yeah,
going to be in the back of a fucking squad car every other week.
yeah. Well, and I got some other things over here. I got shims that you can, so you slit a hole into your belt loop, and then you can literally slide a shim in there. But shims don't work if you're double locked. But you can get out of handcuffs very easily with a shim. Practice if you choose to. That's another skill that I would encourage you guys to get into, lock picking, just in general.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's and if you've seen the lock picking lawyer, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can get the lock picking lawyer on our show. That would be dope.
That would be dope. He's a freaking wealth of knowledge, man.
Yeah, crazy shit. Like at first, dude, I got one of the Ready Man survival cards where you can punch out the shims. It's a little like saw blade. Like basically, and it's got a rake and there's like lock picking pieces, and yeah, it was difficult. Like, I couldn't even get like out of a like bedroom doorknob with it at first, but once you play with it and understand, like you can get one of the kits that you can actually see. So I slipped my finger open. Cutting that wire off with an X-Acto knife opened me up real good. So there's these kits where the lock is set in plexiglass, so you can see through it, so you can actually see it when you're picking it, to get the visual. Once you get the visual of the pins and tumblers and all that, you can blow through any lock with the right tools.
Yeah, because then you know what you're doing, right? Like same thing with the cutaway firearms for people who, it's easier to understand what's going on when you can actually see it.
Hell yeah. CRS just jumped on and said, holy hell, you're still on? What is the topic? We've covered so much shit. We've covered, we were just talking about lock picking. We're talking about places like this to hide handcuff keys. We've talked about making knives. We've talked about everything. Drugs.
Yeah, it kind of goes all over the place when I'm on here, it seems.
Dude, it's me.
Two brains on scan. What do you want to happen, really?
I know. But I likely stopped you. So if you have other topics to hit, man, please continue.
I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I think the last one was just like, if you have like tools in a shop or like a van and a truck, put that shit to good use, because a lot of people probably in your neighborhood and on your block and your surrounding area don't. And they buy big things. They maybe want to build things, but they're not going to because they don't have a saw.
Yeah.
So, or they don't have the drill, or they don't have a workbench. So, just looking and seeing what you can do already with what you already have to help, take those small steps to further your independence and further your self-sufficiency. So your time is your time, not the machine's time, because you don't get your time back.
Oh yeah.
So.
Awesome, man. Dude, I appreciate it, man. I would love, and I don't know how we could work this out. I would love to do a
prison wallet
with you. Oh, you're good. It's the delay, man. I'm sorry. It's gonna look like I'm constantly interrupting you.
I know. Same here. It's terrible.
It happens. I was just gonna say, cookies of the prison wallet. Yeah, not a bad idea.
Oh snap! Sorry. Here we go. Mind on scan again.
Please.
Prison wallet. If you're a real fucking G, all right. Like, this is what goes in your prison wallet: a handcuff key and one of those tiny, like, finger-sized OTF knives. You wrap that shit up in a condom and you plug that shit in, and you're ready to go.
There you go.
You really want to know some shit.
Hey, I'm down. I mean, I'm not down with it, but if someone is down to throw an OTF blade in their beehole, man, go to town. Like that's some gangster shit right there. But know that if you do get arrested, I put my fingers in my wife's prison wallet. Just know that if you get arrested and you go to jail and you introduce contraband, that is an additional felony.
Oh man, I can't tell you how many times I've been like in the holding cell with a knife and like a weed pipe and like a lighter and like my cigarette still. And it's just like,
Yeah.
y'all let me in here with a knife. Like, should I say something? I'm not gonna say anything. Then you're just gonna be embarrassed and I'm gonna get in trouble more.
Jesus. John D said fucking PWEDC. Prison
There you go.
EDC. That is classic. I think that was the first time. Oh, and a little hooker gun. Dude, there was that literally her little 25 auto that she had in her female prison wallet
Yeah.
charged when she was trying to like remove it. And there's a whole story on it. Also, you're the coolest guy in jail. Oh man, that's terrible. I think this was probably the only stream where we talked about putting something in your butthole. But you know what? I'll take it. That's great. North American Arms 22.
There you go. That's what it's for. You always wondered why they're that size. Like you just have to open your mind a little bit, open your prison wallet, and
Exactly. Not just open your mind. Oh man. All right.
It's awesome.
We need to call it now, man. Yeah,
probably should before it gets even weirder.
I know, right? Prison wallet gangster points. Yeah. Make sure it's not the 22 Magnum. Yeah. Yeah, make sure it's 22 short.
Yeah.
Sorry. You have anything else you want to hit before we wrap it up?
I mean, I think we covered most of it. I have like some interesting plans worked up for some interesting stuff, but I kind of want to formalize it, kind of work out the kinks in some thought experiments and maybe make a few models before I actually like go out and do it, because it's kind of a lot of work, but it should be sweet. Yeah, it's like let's see, like a big water filter, right? That like you already are using your roof and the gutter system to provide you rainwater, and like a big filter system that filters it out and feeds to like a distillation chamber. And then let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to try making one of those Lord Kelvin generators. See if I could run like a little heat lamp off of that. And then probably gonna do a small like rainwater capture roof. Kind of like what Dugan had mentioned. You get a big steel open air steel building with steel roof at a prescribed amount, and that's how you get your rainwater, right? So I'm going to try to make like a scaled down version of that to kind of just show people, because I can't like exactly build another steel building where I'm at, but I could make a small little model that will, I don't know, get a couple of gallons of water out of it, hopefully. So, and that'll at least prove the theory and like give people a little bit, of something to see, right?
Hell yeah.
It's all about taking the small steps,
Yeah, that's one thing that we haven't been able to do at a high level, is like actually showing how-to videos, right? Like I still bought stuff to make a still that like.
Dude, I finally found some tubing to do one of those too.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, it's taken me so long to find the ice machine tubing. Like, damn, and a stainless steel canteen with a stainless steel top.
That's what I need.
Like,
that is the only thing I need right now.
You go clean canteen, 2 Ks.
Okay, clean canteen with 2 Ks.
They're the only people I can find. It's a small, like 12-ounce bottle, but it's got a stainless steel only cap, stainless steel body, and it just like the little silicone washer that you can take off when you're soldering.
Okay.
So
And
I'm gonna
it's
get a
not,
couple of those.
it's not what do you call it when it's it's not insulated, it's just
I don't
stainless.
think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's just stainless steel. If it is insulated, it's vacuum insulated.
See, if I could get one of those like stainless steel tumblers that were like 20 ounces that have
Yeah,
the
for the
whole,
like the bar shakers.
yeah, well, the
Oh,
tumbler,
damn, that would be a perfect idea right there. The martini shaker. It's all
yeah,
stainless steel.
that would probably work too.
Damn, there we
Uh,
go. I'm gonna have to do one from that.
this is literally $2 of copper.
Yeah, but it's at least in my hardware store, that was pretty tricky to find. So really look
Yeah,
around
yeah,
for it. And
yeah. It
the ice
typically
machine.
is. And even when you do find them, like I had to find the one that wasn't bent. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
people were like, "Oh, how bendable is this?" And so
Yeah.
this is about the size of those straws. Like the
hmm
straws, go into those like
Yeah.
steel tumblers, but every single stainless
The
steel.
iced coffee ones, right.
Hmm?
The ones for like iced coffee and stuff, yeah?
Yeah, yep, exactly.
I gotcha.
If I had one of those that was not insulated, because all of them are like keeps drinks hot for 12 hours or cold for
Yeah.
12 hours. I'm like, shit, I need straight stainless steel where the top of the tumbler screws on.
hmm
And then all I need to do is take a piece of the stainless steel straw,
Yeah.
top it off, and then literally just like weld it to that shit. And then I can coil this around the
hmm
tumbler so it can travel together. And then if I need it, boom, take it out, stick it right in the straw, start, put the heat on it, boil that thing, and then have this coiled out to, dripping off. Another
Yeah.
fact, though, that if you guys are actually doing this for water, that you have to keep the copper as cool as you
Yeah, you
possibly.
have to keep the worm cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Helps the
because
condensation.
exactly. Otherwise, you're just gonna be spitting steam out.
Yeah.
And if
Look up
if you have to piss on a rag and then put the rag over this, like by any means necessary, you gotta
mhm.
you got to.
Yeah, because if the worm isn't cool, all of the clean water is just gonna evaporate
Yep.
again in there, and you're just gonna get a little bit of steam out. And if
Yep.
you're interested in like distilling or like fucking real American moonshining, like look up who Popcorn Sutton was, and that you'll learn a lot from watching him do shit about distilling and making fucking liquor.
Hell yeah.
Real American tradition.
I think we have lost our our people. They're all still talking about butthole guns.
That's awesome. Look what I have. Here we go.
It's been like
The chat has just passed the stream. Yes.
yeah.
Fangirl.
Casuals with IWB holsters. I am my own holster. Literally, the harder to find, truly concealed carry. Hardest to find loadout ever. PWEDC. Oh my god! Now we need to make a shirt. All right, guys. Y'all are twisted as hell. But one of the things that I wanted to do before we cut out is I wanted to take the time, just like I mentioned about the knife, and I was like, wow, like this knife has like commemorated the time that Dugan and us, like, we're all together. I wanted to do that, and before we change our name, I'm going to make these things available or similar things available to you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and show them.
What?
So they're blue glowies, hoodies. There's one gray pullover that is literally just a blue chem light. This is the camo hat is dope.
Oh, nice.
Most of them are just gonna be blue chem lights. We're not doing this to make money. Like, we're going to be selling them like for next to nothing, just to be able to like benchmark a point in time where, you know, we were all together before we changed the name of the stream. And this is probably the dopest logo. Yeah, I know the chat's being censored. The YouTube deletes comments all the time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, of course they do.
This is going to be like the main thing. He probably would, but I don't want to move forward without, you know, like benchmarking this time. And I mean, if you guys want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. These are just some dope concepts. So, you know, obviously, like, you know, I know how some people may feel about it, but I just wanted to do it for me, and the idea expanded from there. So, yeah, if y'all want it, you want it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm gonna get myself a gray pullover hoodie with a blue chem light on it, and probably one of those camo hats. Oh, and you can do a like literal pillow, and the pillow, one side is camouflage with a blue chem light on it, and you flip it over, the other side is American flags with a blue chem light on it. It's so
Ryan Gosling.
It's so sick. Dope concepts, they certainly are. Hair impeccable as always. Thank you. Is that for me, or is that for
Probably not for me. It's probably not for my wild freaking mountain man head.
Hey, that's your Jake Gyllenhaal shit, man. It's so funny that, you know, the first thing people jump to is, you know, that Dugan would be disgusted, and
Maybe.
I'm not Dugan, and neither is Light. So
there you
go. Yeah, I do things differently, and this is how I felt like it was appropriate to benchmark this time in history that's going to change. The name is going to change. You know, Dugan is never coming back. Like, that's, you know, that's what it is. So, well, is likely never coming back. So yeah. So I don't know how to do it. You know, I don't want to put it out there as if it's as if it's a money thing. So.
Well, you could. I don't know. I'm sure you'll figure something out.
Yeah.
You know?
What was your thought?
I don't know. Have like you could take, like, I don't know. It's hard to do like a pre-order thing, right? Because yeah, but I don't know. You could do like a pre-order thing where, like, you know, people that want them, you know, you all go in on them together. That way, you're not actually profiting off of them, right? Like,
Yeah.
But
So
you know, you do your thing, man. Don't worry about it.
Well, no, I mean, that's literally like, so we were going to just keep it open for like 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours, like, I don't know, a week,
Totally.
5 weeks. I don't know, like, how long, you know, people would want access to it. So we're gonna do it for like just this shit, and then, you know, keep it moving. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, DLD has a merch store, you know. I just think, like, what we've done from the podcast to where we're at here is something that should be you know, documented.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a big deal. I mean, like, look at all the, you know, look at all the people that subscribed. I mean, look at all the people that heard what Dugan was talking about, or, you know, we all came to this conclusion. You know, we're all at the same spot now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's because of one thing or another. So, I don't know. It's cool to pay homage to, you know, where you come from. But, you know, at the same time, realizing that you're here now, but you can't be here now if you weren't in that place before. Right?
Exactly.
That's how you get places.
There's another thing I wanted to share, because another piece that I thought was super important to like who we are, were, however you want to put it, is the cranberry hibiscus flower. And I may not be able to find it now, but there is a like a cartoon cranberry hibiscus flower with a DLD under it, and I thought that was super cool. So
Nice.
yeah, I mean, for everyone that's like you're selling out and all that shit, it's for a different reason. So we'll just do it for a short period of time and go from there.
Yeah, and I mean, you can't grow the channel, or you can't grow the channel if you don't pump some sort of monetary value into it, right?
Yeah.
Because YouTube isn't gonna like what's going on here. So the fact like that you're using StreamYard offers you, I think, a little bit of buffer in like the fact that you can maybe flash a gun every once in a while, or say gun, or mass shooting, or all these things that YouTube is just like, you shouldn't talk about that because those are bad things, and we want you to live in Disney bubblegum world. So no talking about that, no discussion of any sort, because you shouldn't think. You should just think what we tell you to think.
Exactly. Yeah. We didn't tell you to think that.
We didn't tell you to think that. Who told you that? I thought of it. Get in prison.
Life. Give him the needle. Either one.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. You can't, in the system that we're in, you can't grow if you don't have some sort of, monetary value and funds coming in.
Yeah.
So it's a juggling thing,
I know, man. It's a balance that like I don't enjoy. Like I don't enjoy the fucking the fact that like even when like Dugan sold me the Ameriflage shoddy, right? Like I bought it from him. You know what I mean? Like that we don't want to play in this game of slave coins, but the reality is that like it is where we are. The difference is like, are you embracing and feeding the consumerism world, or are you taking what you can and out of it and then using that to fight against the machine?
Right.
So
yeah, we're all in the machine. I mean, for the most part, most people are in the machine, so it's hard to do anything without first being in the machine and working your way out.
Yeah.
So, if you need money to do that, then you fucking need money to do that. There may come a day where, you actually did need a big fucking fistful of cash to cross that border with your family to safety. So, I don't know. So it's got its place, right? Money has its place. As like shitty as a weapon and like shitty as like a value concept for our time and labor as it is, it's got its place.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes, my friend. Well, it's a pleasure as always, as everyone in chat is still talking about carrying guns in their buttholes.
That's what I get.
Yeah, lever action, PWEDC. Oh god. Now we're gonna have to make a PWEDC shirt. Just
it's gonna be
be
a big one now.
Oh my god. Hell yeah. Oh man. All right, man, dude. I appreciate you coming on, dude. And I gotta say that I'm super happy to see you just taking all the action that you've been taking. You've been crushing it, and everyone.
Thanks, man. Little by little.
Dude, so guys, the 29 people that are still in here, go.
Wow, that's awesome.
Channel. Go check out the the road to Master Smith. Go check out the road to Booger Eater Carnival. Road
to Booger Eater Carnival. Yeah, it's a really long one, but
But
kind of
Great
obscure.
place. Go check him out. You'll be able to see all of his knife shit on Road to Mastersmith. You'll be able to see all of his kind of, self-sustainability shit on Road to Booger Eater Carnival.
Yeah.
And if you do intend, maybe in a few weeks, on ordering a knife, then place an order with him. And if you do place an order, you can get a dope-ass knife with, your name heat stamped on it and cool-ass shit like that. So that's the type of shit that he does, and it's fucking epic.
Also, you get a constitution and a bunch of seeds too, a bunch of heirloom seeds.
Yeah, dude. I got I'm rocking this shit. Like, this is literally like my new best friend. It is right here all day. And actually, I'll end on one of the. Nice. There you go.
Yeah, it comes with me everywhere.
I'll end it on one of the preserving the principles quotes. It is hardly too strong to say that the Constitution was made to guard the people against the dangers of good intentions, that there are men in all ages who mean to govern well, but they mean to govern. They promise to be kind masters, but they mean to be masters. They think they need to be but little restraint upon themselves, or they think there need to be but little restraint upon themselves. The love of power may sink too deep in their own hearts. Daniel Webster. Interesting stuff in this pocket constitution, my friends. I would.
He rolled a damn good cigar too.
Yeah.
Daniel Webster cigars used to be the shit.
Yeah, I heard about him, but I never got the chance to smoke on one. All right, y'all, go check out Matt Telhart on everything.
If you're already on Instagram, you might as well, because it's probably one of the most positive things you'll see.
That's true. You're not going to see chicks doing squats. You're going to be seeing
sorry, if that was going on, I wouldn't be wasting my time with the camera.
Yeah. You're gonna love his shit, and support him. We support our own people. If you haven't subbed to Bacon yet or Path Unknown, go do it. So.
Oh yeah, Bacon's show is legit too, especially if you burn that midnight oil. He is up late.
Hell yeah, man.
He's always working. He's always got the great topic of conversation.
Absolutely, man. Huge shout out to Bacon.
Oh, and the Path Unknown too, right? Is he still in here? Probably not, because it's like 3 hours into us rambling about shoving things in your butt.
Yeah, I don't think he's in here. I think he probably left right when we went there. No, he's in here. You're welcome, John. You're welcome, everybody.
Yeah, thanks to everybody coming out and participating in the chat, man. I love you guys. You're fucking awesome.
Fuck yeah, man. You guys are the shit. I love y'all too. And remember, like always, stay safe, stay dangerous, and stay positive, man. Stay grateful. There's so much negativity. Stay positive. Stay grateful.
Yeah, greeting the day with an attitude of gratitude will do a wonder for your day-to-day perspective in that shitty world out there.
Hell yeah.
The sun's, and I want to say, as shitty as things get, the sun's always shining. It may not be shining on you, but it's always shining somewhere, and you can always get that light.
Yep.
Right. So you don't have to be swallowed up in your own inner darkness. Right.
Hell yeah. And your butthole doesn't have to swallow small revolvers either.
Yeah, or a knife. It's personal choice. It's a lifestyle, as some may say.
Yeah, it is a lifestyle. It's funny. I didn't take it there when I was like, you got to get the gun, the belt, the holster. This I didn't say you got to get the butthole rigged.
Nah, that's why you have guests like me on. You got to cover all the bases.
I know. I've learned a lot about you tonight. All right, y'all. Thank you. Appreciate you, Matt.
All right, man. Thanks for having me back on. It's always a blast.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
Y'all later.
Brother. Take it easy.
Peace.
Bye, everybody in chat. You all have a blessed night.
Bye, Chatty. Love y'all.